What's good?
What up?
The time is 13:17. The date is 7/21/2025, and this is the Legendary Duo Podcast, episode 4. And we're going to be hopping right into our first topic, which is actually a movie review, or just a commentary on the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate, which is the Martin Lawrence joint. So first off, how do you feel about the movie in general, and then how do you feel about the plot between spoiler alert, the main character, Marvin, and a light-skinned girl?
My boy said Marvin.
Martin Lawrence and a light-skinned girl.
I like the movie. There are not many movies that I watch over and over again, but that's one of them. That's one I could watch over and over again. It's funny. It's longer than it seems, and I liked how it ended. I liked how it went. I think it was a good lesson. It was a good life lesson, even though it was a movie.
I think I like the movie as well. I really liked how 90s it was, because movies from the 90s are really good. My favorite part about it was, I guess, how they really showed who the characters were before they showed you who Martin was before the movie starts. So they did a really good job of showing you the characters and how they act in certain situations. And I like how they put this mysterious girl in front of Martin to test him, and I like how he failed the test when he told her that he loved her, and that led to the downfall. I like how everything played together well, as far as the story, the downfall, and I don't know. I just like the movie. I like how it all ran together so well. It just seemed like such a well-made movie. I don't know. It just seems so well put together as far as a love story, with just every scene, just the characters, the way that Martin treated his new girl, how she said, "Oh, yeah, I trust you to be you," how he wanted to change. He didn't want to fit into a box, but he was in a box. I thought it was a really great movie in every way, But as far as the girl, Martin, and the light-skinned girl, do you think that Martin was in the wrong in the movie?
That is always a big debate when it comes to the movie. And yes, I think he was wrong.
Same.
He was wrong because he didn't have to tell her that he loved her. She poured her heart out to him, saying that she was scared and could she trust him, and just to get the draws, like, he lied. So whatever consequences that has is the consequences that it has, no matter how extreme. Because at that point, you could have tapped out. Y'all didn't have y'all clothes off yet. You could have respectfully just left the house and chucked that up as an L. But being used to playing games, he chose to take the route he did, and that's what happened to him.
So now we'll move on to our next topic, which is my personal opinion. This is a comedy topic. I feel like Dave Chappelle is not the GOAT of comedy. 1, 2, I feel like he's not even like top 5 comedians. And then this is just my final claim. I feel like as far as black comedians and stand-up, I feel like he's highly overrated compared to damn near all black comedians. All right, so first off, how do you feel about that? Because are you a Dave Chappelle fan, or do you?
I am a Dave Chappelle fan. But, like I say, my loyalty lies with no one.
Mm-hmm.
And after we had a conversation about, something as far as Dave Chappelle and comedians, and I saw what you said. I respect what you said, and I never looked at it in the way that you said it. But, like, not being in top 5, damn. Like, Dave Chappelle is... I think I wouldn't say he's the GOAT. He's funny, and most definitely he is in the top 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen that much stand-ups, but I feel like from black comedians though, like Cat Williams, the Cat Williams specials I've seen, like I've only seen about 3 or 4. The Kevin Hart ones, the ones that you showed me, like his first one, like in 2007. or that Martin one that you showed me, or the Eddie Murphy one that you showed me, or even the Chris Rock stand up. Like I don't think that I haven't seen a Dave Chappelle stand up that was funnier than those. And I only seen 2 Dave Chappelle stand ups, in Dave Chappelle's defense, but I only seen 1 Martin stand up. And the Dave Chappelle stand up I watched was the Killing Me Softly one. And the reason I couldn't really finish that because I feel like
you didn't finish it.
Nah, I feel like during the 90s or the 2000s, I don't know what niggas was doing. I don't know if they was listening to Kanye West, but you know how you listen to Kanye West's first album and it's like this like pseudo pro black like rapping, like kind of woke rapping or something. Like I feel like he was basically doing like woke comedy or something from what I was listening to, and I feel like the purpose of Dave Chappelle, or this kind of is interesting because I don't know if this was before or after the show, but I know that Dave Chappelle quit doing the Dave Chappelle show because he didn't like his audience and how they was white, how he felt like they was laughing at him and not laughing with him. I feel like that stand-up kind of gives me not even like a laugh at or laugh with. It kind of was giving me it felt like he was kind of preaching to me in a way.
Oh.
And that kind of reminded me of what he did in his 2020 special, where he got on stage and it was called Sticks and Stones. I feel like if I'm watching a comedy show, I don't want like the comedian to be like preaching to me or speaking words to me about how they feel about politics or the world around them. I feel like just as an artist, some artists are really bigged up based on how they talk about social problems or awareness. And I feel like if you're a black comedian or black anything, if you make like your art about like, I don't know, blackness and whiteness or whatever, I feel like one, you will get praise from, even if you're white and you do this, not thinking about it, you get praise from like black people because they'll see you as like being pro-black, and you'll get praise from white people because white people love to simp for like black people who like talk about stuff that white people never heard of because they don't really know shit like that.
Right.
And when I was watching the skit, the first stand-up, which is Killing Me Softly, it seemed like he was kind of doing like this educating thing. I feel like some people, when they know stuff about black issues, they try to educate white people to show them.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's no point in really showing white people black stuff because it's not like they're ever going to be affected by it, So if you're a white person and you don't really see something this way, I don't know if telling white people like, oh, we're black and
I see what you mean.
I'm from DC and it's crack and people do crack and when I was black we used to take the, I don't know what shit that black people used to do, I don't know, black shit, like I don't really know how that's really pro-black, one, but two, I don't know how that equates to being a good comedian or being funny. Like I feel like a comedian's purpose is to be funny, so I feel like when I'm watching, like, however people may feel about him, Kevin Hart is going to get up there, he's going to tell jokes about his family, and that's all he really needs to do. Like, same thing with Martin was telling some wild jokes, same thing with Eddie Murphy, but I feel like Dave Chappelle can get away with standing on stage, not telling jokes, but talking intellectually, and then giving you a conversation and leaving you with something to sort of think about. And then because of that fact, people put him in the GOAT conversation. But I feel like Chris Rock takes care of that lane entirely and clears Dave Chappelle in that lane. We're talking about mixing black and wokeness with comedy. I feel like when you watch that black on both sides stuff, he's really like, he's giving you the jokes. And this reminded me of what I told you, like, you didn't like his facial expressions and his mannerisms. But I feel like that is actually, he's clowning himself to make people laugh at him. You know what I'm saying? And whether he liked it or not, that's comedy. Even when he said that, I don't have a problem with black people. I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody thought that was funny. He doesn't do it anymore because white people start saying that. But man, that was real. That was real to me. That's real. And that's funny. That's funny. I never seen a Dave Chappelle, that Sticks and Stone jokes, that Killing Me Softly. I never seen a Dave Chappelle joke. I even started to watch that comedy skit show that was like really like laugh out loud funny, in the same way that I laughed during Cat Williams special, in the same way that I laughed during that first Kevin Hart special, the same way I laughed during that Martin special or that Eddie Murphy special. For people who are really glazers of Dave Chappelle, like when you watch his special, are you telling me that it's funny joke for joke and the amount of times you laugh than other, you know what I'm saying, like famous black comedians? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I hate to admit it, but it's true, because I don't care for Chris Rock. I don't. I don't care for his mannerisms. I don't like it at all. He's kind of funny. I'm not gonna say he isn't funny. He's not as funny as he thinks he is, and he's not as funny as people think that he is, in my opinion. But I have to 100% agree with what you said as far as like laughing and Dave Chappelle, because with Dave Chappelle, I am a fan of his. I do like his comedy. I always looked at his stand up as like dry comedy, and I don't have a problem with that. I like dry comedy, but when you pointed it out, I guess it wouldn't be considered dry comedy. So I do 100% see where you're coming from. Um, but his show, the one that he walked away from, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like it at all. I don't even think I
didn't like it
finished
at all either.
one episode.
I watched the first
did not
season.
think that it
I
was
didn't
funny.
think it was funny.
I didn't like the stereotypes. I didn't.
That's the only thing I liked was the crackhead. The crackhead was so funny.
I
Oh my
couldn't
god.
get into it. It kind of reminded me of the Boondocks. Like
That's the best thing, funniest thing he ever did was be a crackhead. Cause that crackhead nigga, oh my god, he should see. That's what he should go back to doing. You know what I'm saying? He should go back to being a crackhead. That would make him the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
dang.
And you know what? The funniest version of Dave Chappelle, to me, when I was telling you about this, that there's two sides to Dave Chappelle. It's the Dave Chappelle, and yeah, and it's the it's the y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. It's the high pitched Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? But my bad for distracting you. I just really had to throw that
No,
out.
I get thrown off easily. I'm easily distracted.
Yeah. You remember what you was talking about?
That I didn't think his skits was. I didn't like the show.
Yeah, you didn't like the show.
I didn't care for it at all.
How do you feel about the new era of Dave Chappelle, the post 2020? What is it? I'm uncancelable, Dave Chappelle.
I mean,
How do you feel about
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I think it's true, and I think that's him.
Yeah. Me personally, I think the greatest comedian ever is Norm Macdonald. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Norm Macdonald is, to me, in my opinion, the funniest comedian ever. I think he's
Absolutely
funny.
hilarious.
I never seen anything he say that wasn't not funny. Every interview is funny. Every movie is funny. And I feel like he has such a high level of comedy. Because I feel like comedy is about, not all comedy, but comedy is about like expected, unexpected, like clashing. And I feel like his whole bit is him. Norm Macdonald's a joke.
I was just about to say that.
And then the joke is him. He is the joke.
Yeah.
And he just, his whole life, like from the moment he died, which was like 2020, 21, I think, right? 2021.
Something like that.
He really,
That long ago? That was like 23.
he never gave up on the bit, you know what I'm saying? Like every show he went on, and his jokes were always, I feel like extremely ironic, extremely like satirical, but he never made it aware. He never like pointed out the satire, so he would say something and then the person would have to react, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's objectively, or objectively meaning amount of times I laugh watching him. Like I feel like he makes me laugh the most, and I feel like once you compare like somebody like who is like a super duper or like any other comedian, I feel like they all fit into the same box of I'm like trying to do comedy. But I feel like Dave Chappelle is the one exception to every comedian ever, where he's the one comedian that isn't, or that can be based highly on comedy based on how you feel about the words he says, about things that are independent from comedy, like social commentary and stuff like that. But I guess I really just don't like how some people would judge somebody based on a specific art form, based on how well they speak about politics. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. Yeah, but I think that's all I got to say about that Dave Chappelle situation. Okay. So now I'm about to get into interesting topics. So this is actually a funny topic. So it's this YouTuber, a streamer named Deshae Frost. And you don't know who that is, right?
I want to say I heard the name.
He's this short streaming nigga. He's really big. And he said something that I thought was very funny. I had seen Lothar God react to it, and I wanted to react to it well. So we gonna react to this. I want to see what you think about it.
What type of girls do you guys like? I don't ever see myself staying with a white girl. Ever. Bro, one thing about women, bro, especially white women, I feel like the worst thing to do is stay with a white woman. That's the worst thing to do. Because I feel like once you a white woman, bro, you low key like a slave, and like you don't even know it. If I ever lose it all, bro, if I ever lose it all, bro, I will never stay with a white woman. Dead ass. Because I'm going to feel like a slave. I can't let a woman just feel like she has that much power over me, bro. Dead ass. I'm telling you, like, real shit. Think about it, bro. Stay with a white woman. You over there, and they don't got no decency for men or black men and shit. I'm over there staying, and if I'm losing it all, they don't care. You know, black women, they like, oh, they relate. You know, we've been through times together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been through times together. We go out to eat. She like, oh, I don't know. He's staying with me, so he probably don't got it like that. All different type of shit. White women don't give a fuck. You go out to eat. You go out to eat with her, and you staying with her. She want the goddamn lobster steak enchilada. Real shit. She don't give a fuck for none of that shit. And I'm telling you, you go back home, don't let her fucking find out. Don't get in no arguments with her. Don't get in no arguments. Real shit. She throwing that shit in your face.
All right. So, what do you think about that?
No lies told.
You don't think that we overgeneralize any type of group that it can go both ways? Like, for example, like you hear like a lot of like blacks who choose to date only blacks or only whites, and they all kind of same shit. Like a nigga would be like, oh, I don't date black girls because black girls, you know, they want you to pay for everything. They want you to pay for their nails, their hair, and then XYZ. When I date a white girl, I don't have to do nothing. She buying me shit, you know what I'm saying? But he said it's the opposite. He said, you know, when you with a white girl, she wants you to pay for the meal, but when you with a black girl, you gotta pay for shit. And you hear some niggas say, you know, oh, I used to date only black men, and they used to dog me out. Then you hear some girls say, I used to only date black men, and I started dating white dudes, and I was getting dogged out, you know what I'm saying? So everybody really got really specific things for, you know, a demographic where they can say, oh, you know, a white girl, she would do this to you and she'll do this to you, but you know, niggas who, you know, they got you know, I seen this one nigga LTG, he said every relationship he ever had with a black girl, it was domestic violence because she would try to, you know, fight him. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I feel like you can really generalize any X group to be like, oh, well, this group did this group did that. But I don't think, bro, just based on what he's saying, I don't know if he was speaking on personal experience with his relationship with both, but I feel like, you know, it's really just culture, how they grow up, and the type of person they is. You know, some females is really ratchet, you know, and really will backdoor you and set you up and all type of shit. And they could be black, white, Chinese. So it really just depends on where you are, you know, where you from, what city you grew up in, the demographic, all that type of shit. But how you feel about that?
I don't agree.
You don't agree with what?
With what you said. I feel like
What I said was facts, though.
So I feel like he knows how he feel and how he would feel dating a white woman. Now, if he feel like he would feel like he was a slave, that's his opinion. Nothing that anybody can say will change how he feels about that. That's how he feels. Now, yeah, what you said is true. You can't put stuff on both sides, but I have dated outside my race several times, and it is true that it's a different unspoken connection that you have with somebody that's in your race. It is. Like, he gives the example of like going out to eat. If a guy is on hard times, yeah, okay. My example would be like a black man or somebody who identifies as being black or black man. They know when to stop saying something to a black woman. You know, like if you arguing or she upset or whatever, a look that she might give or a gesture or something like that, if you don't shut the fuck up and get out my face and leave me the fuck alone, you know, without it being said. And people outside the race do not know, they don't know when to let stuff go. It's just different unspoken things that, you know, you could relate to with somebody who is in your culture than somebody who's outside the culture. So, like, I don't know. And when he was saying that, I agree with him. I guess it depends on your experience, because I don't know about white women, some people in our family, but that's just like if you don't know about black people, you only gonna know what you see on TV. I don't know if he's dated a white woman before, but on TV, they show that, you see movies where they be with millionaires or people with a lot of money, and as soon as that man loses the job, they leaving their ass. They don't give a damn if they've been married, all type of stuff. They not about the struggle. They not about any of that. And I'm not saying that black women are, but when it comes to somebody who's in your community, you understand what it's like. And just because you down don't mean that you won't get back up. On TV and stuff like that, they portray it like a white woman is not down for none of that. Now I can't speak because I don't have any white female friends, and I only know what I see on TV. So that's just like any other thing. If you're not around it, you only know what you see on TV. But I can speak about dating outside the race and unspoken things that people in your culture know without it being said.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, you can really generalize and stereotype really any really box because I mean, it's certain stuff that if I was dating a black woman, she would experience things that she's never ever experienced with any other nigga, and I could say that just based on the facts of how much times, but I think you can really say you can fit anybody into a box and say that like there's certain things that might happen based on the race, but I feel like it'll be more based on culture and how the person really perceives themselves, really, because like ever since I was young, niggas used to say like I'm not black, I don't, you don't talk black, or you don't walk black. So if I get into a relationship with a black girl, you know what I'm saying, like I'll be like listening to music, doing all type of stuff that she wouldn't experience, and like you say, oh well, XYZ look that you give, like if I'm with a black girl and she give me like a look, me, I'm not gonna stop talking because you know what I'm saying. And I feel like I was talking to certain like black girls when I was a kid, and I'll say, oh, I want my girl to do this, I want her to call me at this time, I don't want her to do that, and they would say, oh well, you need to get you a white bitch, you know what I'm saying. Like, and the implication is that white girls are more submissive, they more they have low self-esteem, so they want to do more sexual stuff and stuff like that, they want to like top you off, and black girls don't do that and stuff like that. But I also heard like from some black girls that actually black women are the most submissive to black men. They simp for black men. It's actually white women who are actually very mean, and when they get into a relationship with black men, they be dogging them out. But I can also say like I know black women, like I've seen relationships with where black women and black men where the black woman is in control of like the black men. Like I like from experience, I've seen like relationships where the black woman has her black man around his finger. But I've also seen relationships where a white woman is dogging out, dudes. And I've also seen a relationship where a black man is dogging out a white woman, where he, she's simping for him and he treating her like shit. So I think it depends on the culture in which the person grew up and how they was raised. Were they raised in a 2-parent household? Were they raised in a 1-parent household? How did their father treat their mother? How did they see like certain people growing up? Because I feel like it can go both ways, where you can be in a relationship with, I don't know, I feel like when it comes to specifically race and dating, and I'm not going to date this person because I know for a fact that this is going to happen, and I feel like it should really be based on the case basis and who you meet and who you really rock with. Because I know like a relationship where like I can think of like 3 relationships right now where there's a white man and a black woman, and the white man is absolutely like, they've been together longer than, what I'm saying? Like, they've been together forever. And I know relationships where there's a black man and a white woman and they've been together forever. And I also know, relationships where it didn't last, what I'm saying? So I really think it depends on just who is meant for who at the right time where you can find somebody. But I think Deshae Frost, I think he was mostly speaking for himself, because I feel like it's like a certain archetype of black person where they say like, oh, I'll never date a white person or something like that. Like they don't have like, how do I say this? Like they just don't seem like they've ever been like in a room full of white people or something like that. Not to say it like that, but like, what's your experience with white people? You probably never even had like a white friend before, you know what I'm saying? So of course, if you've never been friends with a white person, then obviously you would never date a white person, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about that. This kind of brings it to our next situation. So, you got anything else to say about that, the Deshae Frost situation?
Not really.
Okay, so this is actually interesting. It's actually interesting. So, Our next topic is sort of about the same thing. So, this is RG3. So Robert Griffin III, he used to play football, and he retired. Now he's a sports commentator. Have you heard about this, Adrian?
No, but I heard of him before.
Okay, so this is what happened.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball? Not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that." Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain.
What do you think about that?
I think that's funny. And I did see that, but I'm not gonna lie. I do know about women's basketball from what was her name, Angel or whatever.
Angel Reese. She's the black girl, and then Caitlin Clark is the white girl. I figured out about Angel Reese before Caitlin Clark too.
Yeah.
But in this clip, not in this clip, but on that same video, he said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and a lot of people were mad about him. Ain't that really, really fierce about him? I'm pretty sure you can guess why. And then that brings us to this, which is the next post. So that was a while ago, but this was recently. Okay, so all right. So
whose post is this? The commentator.
Yeah, RG3. So basically, 2K26. You know what that is? Mm-hmm. So they're making a new 2K game, and Angel Reese is on one of the covers, right?
Wow.
Which
they throw women in there?
Well, this is, I think, undeserved, right? Because she's not really that great, or I don't think she's that great.
I didn't know you had an option for women players.
No. I don't know. I didn't know that they had women in there either. But I don't think she's that great because she gets like rebounds off of herself. That's very interesting. But this is the 2K, WNBA edition 2K26, right? You see? Mm-hmm. Okay, so a nigga had made this. They had edited. Oh, here we go. So they had edited Angel Reese as a fucking monkey, right? Wow. I don't know. This was July 10th. I don't know who that was replying to. But this nigga RG3 took that post and this is what he said. Oh, wait. All right, this has to stop. There's no place for racism in this world. Whether you like a player or not, Angel Reese should never be called or be depicted as a monkey. I have been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aimed in my wife. He said aimed in my wife, kids, and family and friends, receiving death threats, threats of physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of sexual violence to my children on social media and beyond. She was mad at him for saying that Caitlin Clark, or that she hates Angel Reese. People and angels. Did I read this part? This will never be okay with me. I never attacked her or her family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark in sports. Everybody won't like each other. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and being constantly compared to her. Some people made it about race, but I never did and never will. Instead of becoming a villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey ever. Stop it. If you hate Angel Reese because she's black, you are the problem. If you hate Angel Reese because you are a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. There should be no space for racism in this world. Okay, so how do you feel about that?
Even though it's 2025, and people say there should be no space for racism, I went there. That's not reality. Like, it's always gonna be some bull crap like that. Yeah, you can address it every time. I think that they were
I wish this
absolutely disrespectful for putting that in. That was
RG3.
No, whoever made the
okay.
Whoever made the image, and I respect him for speaking out about it.
You think he was wrong for boosting that image or making it more public, or even tweeting that out with a response? You think he was wrong for doing that in general?
I don't know, because it depends, because everybody is different, because I do things and I say things, and even though it comes across a certain way, that's not my intention, but people who don't know me would think that was my intention, and some people might do something like that intentionally and be like an evil genius in the back rubbing their hands together. So I don't know this person enough to say that, but that is something that, like, I would have did, not thinking that, okay, you put more eyes on this. I wouldn't have, if I meant that heartfelt post that I did. So that's kind of hard to say.
So you don't know if it was malicious?
I don't know.
Yeah, which is, I don't feel like anybody can know whether it was malicious. All right, so me personally, I do feel like it was semi-malicious. I think he did tweet this out. Well, actually, let me not say that.
What's the post?
This, right?
Like, how many tweets did it have first? How many tweets did it have after he?
It didn't have. You are even bigger loser. Oh no, what? I think somebody said it in the comments. They said that the post originally had, like, it had very low, like, engagement originally. I know that for a fact because somebody had said it. I think it only had like hundreds of things or something like that. So people are saying that he took this post and he highlighted it. It made it more famous, and people are hating on him for making this post more famous while writing this caption. This was made with Grok. Okay, that makes sense. They made this with the AI, the Twitter AI. So me personally, I feel like basically he's getting a lot of hate online by literally everybody. Everybody's really hating on him for highlighting this picture. I feel like the obvious reason why niggas are hating on him is because it is, right? Obviously, because this was the initial thing. The first video that he made where he said that Angel Reese hates Clayton Clark, niggas were really mad at him. One, because people feel like you have to endlessly glaze Angel Reese because she's black, and because Caitlin Clark is white, you have to not. And in the world we live in now, when it comes to black people, if it's like black, white, they're going to, black. I'm going to choose that side. Like the Kyle Rittenhouse situation where, Kyle was in Wisconsin, which is my state, where I think you can I don't want to say we have the most lax gun laws, because in Texas, I think you can shoot somebody in the back if they like steal your shit and they're running away. You can like pop them. But like in Wisconsin, you can like carry without legal permit. We didn't talk to police in Wisconsin about guns, and they was like, oh, you can just do this with it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as guns go in like Wisconsin, it's not as big as the deal. But the way things work is it's not like objective. It's not like, oh, this person was in Wisconsin, he was running, he got hit in the head with a skateboard and he shot the dude. It was, oh, a white man shot black man in Wisconsin, and the dude who he shot wasn't even black, and we figured this out during the trial. So I feel like now in this like post 2020 world, where like niggas are forever like, I don't know, connected to this past state of, well, this happened to my ancestors, so this happened to me, and that all the problems that we have amongst ourselves in our own communities are all external problems, and we actually don't enforce any negativity upon ourselves. It's all the government and the CIA and all these agencies and all this stuff, where if you take somebody who's black and they're saying like, oh, well, this player doesn't like this player or hates this player, because I think like Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark took all Angel Reese's shine and opportunity, and she's better, and she gets all the praise, all the glaze, all the money. She basically is the great white hope of the NBA. She took all the shine, all the clout. If I was Angel Reese, I would hate Caitlin Clark, and I think she does have negative feelings towards Caitlin Clark, and I feel like him pointing this out and him saying this wouldn't be a problem if niggas wasn't living in this us versus them timeline, and if his wife wasn't white. I seen a lot of old NBA players saying like, oh, well, it's because his wife is white. That's why he tweeted out this thing at Angel Reese, and I feel like there might be some credence to that by the simple fact that he said, all right, this has to stop. Angel Reese should never be depicted as a monkey. But then he says, Angel Reese, she tweeted out a photo attacking me and my family, and I got a lot of threats. So I feel like I can't really enter a state of mind, but I feel like it's probably more than not that he was being non-malicious, but I feel like he still knew what he was doing by taking this picture and highlighting. And I kind of feel like he's justified in it. I feel like when you're black and you don't fit into whatever box that black people force you in, i.e. you're a black man, or would it be E.G.? E.G. you're a black man. Hold on, wait. Is it? Okay, for example, e.g., you're a black man and you date a white woman, or you vote right, or you don't, you're not, you eat different foods, or you're vegan or something. Any box, but mostly if you're a black man and you date a white woman, because if you're a black woman and you're dating a white man, people are not going to trip like that. But if you're a black man and you're dating a white woman, then niggas will automatically see you as like an outsider, a traitor, a sellout, all type of shit. And I feel like really as a black person who, has been, been constantly, excluded from black people just for everything, since I was like 10, just because of the way I talk and the music I listen to and the way I dress, all type of stuff. I feel like I have like an obligation to like just stand up for any other black people who's being like piled on and bullied by the black community because they express themselves. I feel like self-expression isn't really allowed in the black community unless you're expressing yourself in like a nigga type way, which is only really something that's really new to the black community. Like niggas used to act really differently in the 70s, 80s, and 60s compared to the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. If you look at the music, the dress, everything was different, And I feel like RG3, I feel like he was malicious with like posting this, but I'm still gonna rock with him for the simple fact that I feel like people are overstepping, overreacting, and they're intentionally not trying to see his side. They're not coming to they're just saying, they're just going straight with the negative. They don't really see him calling out the racism. They just ignore all the chance that he might not be doing this maliciously, which I think is more likely than not. And they're just going on the pile on of RG3. That's what I feel. How do you feel about that?
Well, I said how I feel about it already, but I did want to say something about like the black community, because that is true as far as us them type of mentality. And I've always found that funny because I was raised in a black community, but I don't identify as being black anymore. I identify as biracial, because it's like, even though you live in a black community, you identify as black. You was born and raised by a parent that's black in the black community. if you are outside of the box, they do not accept you, you know.
Facts.
And that has
Especially if
been
you're
all
mixed.
of my life
If you're mixed,
as well.
yeah.
You know, like the way I talk. Like I had to learn how to speak with broken English just to fit in where
Facts.
I was at, because speaking proper English you got made fun of, you know, and you don't eat this or you can't do that. You know, they will, oh, you ain't black, until you say you biracial. Then, girl, you know you black, girl, that don't count. You know, so
Yeah.
I have always expressed who I am regardless, because oh, how many times I got my black card took, you can have it. I don't even try to get it black. I don't even try to fit in, because I never have and I never will. I will always be me, and it's okay to listen to different music or not eat this type of food or not to be able to do this, because I'm going to be me regardless. So I do understand what you say about, you know, standing up for those people, because it's amazing how they are. You can't even lose weight or get healthy
Yeah.
without people thinking that you're sick or doing drugs.
It's really a cultural thing too.
It is.
Because I feel like black people have like a mono culture where to be black is to be black culture and to fit into it. And I feel like some black people feel like if you not fit into black culture, I don't even want to say that they think that you think you're better. I think it's more of like a crabs in a bucket thing, or like, who does this nigga think he is to not be a nigga like me? If I'm a nigga, then why isn't he a nigga? He should be a nigga. And I feel like it's just this. I feel like
it's a follow the leader type of wolf mentality as well.
I feel like if it is cultural, then black people should really promote a different culture, or really should not separate ourselves like as far as individual, but separate ourselves based on culture. You know, I remember like I used to be like called not black, you know, by black people, and then when I was like 15, I just started to really accept it, and I'll be like, oh well, I'm not black then.
Exactly.
And then I started to notice that if like black people call you not black, and you say, okay, I'm not black, and they'll say, actually, no, you are black.
Yeah,
like they would literally try to put hold like, because it's
like,
really about bullying. It's about shaming you into, and I feel like this is the number one factor. I feel like he is a black man. You know, he is a black athlete man. He is a black man that some people will say is, you know, I don't know. It seems so weird to say this because, you know, I only say this about myself, but I hear other people, I hear like other dudes saying this now. So I feel like he's a black man who somebody may, you know, perceive as attractive or whatever. And he is married to a white woman, and, you know, black man, white woman athlete, or black athlete with a white woman stereotype. And I feel like some people don't like that fact just off top, because they feel like if you're a black man, you can never ever date out your race because your mama black, you know, or some shit like that. But I feel like this needs to stop. You know, I feel like niggas or black people, we need to stop it. You know, more black people should really be, or more black people who are really I feel like more black people should stand up for themselves if they feel that they want to express themselves in a different way. And I feel like we should be I feel like I want to be more pro expression because I want to express myself.
Exactly.
So I feel like I'm always gonna rock with a black person, even if RGIII was a black woman and her husband, you know, was a white man. You know, I wouldn't care either. You know, I would still be defending her if she did the same thing. And I feel like it's just selective politicking, you know. And I agree with, you know, well, I don't agree with RG3 taking the post and you know, posting it up, and it's very interesting because he did so much in that thing. He said, I'm doing this to show racism is bad, and then he said Angel Reese attacked my family, and then he said, and Angel Reese's people, they called me and they said I was right about what I said about Angel Reese. So I don't know why he did that. Like it's really hard to figure out what the fuck was going through his mind, because there's so much different. There's like so much conflicting paragraphs or stuff that just didn't need to be added. You didn't need to add the fact that you was right about Angel Reese. You actually didn't need to really say anything. You just could have just said this is bad, this is unacceptable, this is. More people would probably be on your side, but I disagree with the back and forth to both sides. But if he would have just 100% like went like full attack Angel Reese mode with that picture, I feel like I probably would have even defended him then, because I feel like when you're black and you don't fit into a box, then black people can say anything about you. You know, you not black, or you don't want to be black, or you a coon, or you white, or you they can. But I feel like black people are like the most quick to say something about XYZ group, but the first to like get mad when somebody says something about them, like kind of like a weird like crybaby thing where you can this you say something back, oh well, how dare you say that, oh you know. So I don't agree with his approach, but I don't disagree with him tweeting out that, and I feel like he should have a right to do that. You know, that's how I feel about the RG3 situation. You got any other commentary to add?
I don't.
Okay, so I seen this video of this dude on TikTok in jail or prison, I assume, and I wanted to show you this video because it was very interesting to me.
Play it one more time.
Man, I know these niggas.
Bruh, who the fuck is you talking to on this phone, man? What the hell, man? What the fuck? Even if we spin until the world go around, that won't bring my homie back.
Proving it's a myth.
So, nothing happens when you drop the soap. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
All right, so how do you feel about this young man making TikToks in prison, because it says PrisonTok in his description? So I don't know if he's in jail and he's falsely claiming PrisonTok, or if he's doing jail talk.
And niggas still behind bars.
Yeah, but how do you feel about this PrisonTok?
I think it's wild and very interesting to see. It's hard to watch sometimes because I see some of them, like I've never seen anything, you know, like movies or anything like that. But I think I saw where they was like making this guy sing or rap or something like that. It was like hitting him when he was fucking up. So like that type of shit is sad to see. I'm not surprised that they get phones back there. It's wild that they have whole accounts. That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like I don't really like it. I feel like if you behind bars, then you should be like, I don't know. I feel like you should be taking life a little bit more seriously. I don't know. I guess it's like an old man take, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm assuming that bro's getting out. I'm not assuming that he's staying there forever, but I feel like I came into this with the mind that bro was just, he's a normal dude. He went to jail and now he's making TikToks in jail. I feel like he should be taking it, you know what I'm saying? He should be worried about like not making TikToks in jail. I just feel like he shouldn't be doing that. Like, the shit is too serious up in jail and prison to be making TikToks, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he playing with his life. You know, he playing games, and I don't think he should be playing.
What
those
if he
games.
got like 20 years? Then is it okay?
Oh yeah, it's okay then. It's okay then. But I don't know. I feel like it's dangerous because I feel like other niggas aren't gonna look at you like you just like soft or he's a bitch, or I feel like he's just playing dangerous games in jail. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is true. I saw a video where it was recording guys dancing, and then this one guy, you probably seen it. It was two guys dancing, and this one guy did a little turn, and he seen the dude behind him looking like this.
Yeah.
And he stopped dancing, and the other dude was dancing still,
Yeah, I
not
seen
knowing
that.
what was going on behind
Exactly.
him.
That's
Like,
exactly that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah,
nigga, you can
like-
get niggas could think you soft, all type of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
But then I was thinking like, oh, he's probably on like they got this new thing where they got jail. They got like, or I heard that they separate the criminals from the non-criminals, or like the people who are about that life from the non about that life.
It
So if you a
depends.
softie, they got like a jail for like sweet niggas.
It
So I'm
depends.
assuming he in the sweet nigga section and not the tough nigga section. You know what I'm saying?
It depends, because sometimes your ass can get transferred out,
Yeah.
and you be with some serious motherfuckers.
Yeah. But I think that's all I
Wonder what
gotta say
state
about
that
that.
is
You know what I'm
in.
saying?
I always want to know the state.
Yeah.
Because
Me
I
too.
hear different things about different, you know, like, oh, you don't want to fuck around in New York, or you don't
Yeah.
want to. No jail is sweet, but,
For
you
real.
know.
Unless they European. No disrespect to Europeans, but them niggas got Xboxes in jail.
What?
Xbox
You gotta
TV
do federal
in the
prison
UK.
for that.
That's what Trap Lord Ross said. He said they got Xbox. China has dropped a new robot. I think Tesla got one too, but I don't fuck with Tesla.
cool any room in 90 seconds with this NASA-engineered affordable device.
All right, so how do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Why not?
One, is that a real physical robot, or is that on the computer showing what it can do?
No, this is a real robot. Like, it's real. They can walk, talk, all that shit.
So, the first thing I seen about that was actually this morning. I saw a video about one absolutely losing his shit, going crazy, malfunctioning, right there.
Oh, I thought that happened like last year.
No, they said something. They said another one, whatever again. So I'm like, well, what the hell? So when I saw that, but no, I don't like it. I don't like it because, like, what is it marketed for? You know, and why do I want to see a robot that you can't kick down? And, you know, you basically showing how it could beat my ass. Is it meant for military? Like, what is the point of...
To buy and have it, like an iPhone?
Nah, I don't think that should be possible. Especially if you promoting it like that. Why do I want a robot that can have a stick and you showing what you can do and all that type of stuff? Or it depends on what country you from. I'm in America where we have guns. You know, you could just... like, that's you know, that's protection right there. If you have a robot that's kicking people ass and shit like that, I'm quite sure you can still go to jail for that. What is the point of having this if it's not for, like, military use or some shit like that? And why would I want a robot that's just... You seen how that motherfucker come up? It comes up from a land position fucking backwards like a fucking scary movie. Can you imagine going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and that motherfucker just get up like that from the living room? What type of weird ass, scary ass shit is that? No, I don't like it.
I think it looks cool. It was more videos of it doing something like, but
They said, "Hi, robot. Look at the cute."
I think it's really cool. It can do a lot of like shit. I think they can talk. I seen one like playing with kids. I think it's really cool. I think he's a cool nigga. The robot nigga.
You can't hit it with a hammer. Basically, you showing me how it can't be destroyed, you know? What if this motherfucker loses shit and wanna... Man, I don't trust it.
I think it's based. I seen the movie, what's it called? iRobot. It's giving really iRobot vibes. But I think it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I think he do a lot of cool shit. I like it. I don't know. I'm not worried about it, though. I'm not worried about these niggas. I don't think it's gonna do nothing.
That's because you come from a different time. You grew up with technology and this, and I come from big back, you know, computers and no cell phones, and, you know, I just don't trust.
But I think it's so cool. Like, it's just, we really came so far. Like, We really got like real robots, like bro's real, like they can talk everything. So I feel like, you know, I really like it. I think it's cool. You know, we even got a new slur for robot bots called clankers. You know, I think, you know, the future is here. You know what I'm saying? 10 more, 20 more years. You know, those things gonna be raising my kids. You know what I'm saying? Nanny robots and shit. You know what I'm saying? Only problem with this robot shit is that niggas is falling in love with these robots. So I feel like the only problem with this is that, you know, one of these, you know, hoes or one of these dudes, because niggas be gay for the robots, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they start making these new, like, with this is stage one, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2, 3, you know, new Robot 5, bro, got all type of joints. Pretty soon, they gonna be, you know what I'm saying, 100 years from now, they gonna have robots that, you know what I'm saying, the shit just might keep getting crazier. These robots might get more and more realistic. I did see that one robot crashing out. I feel like these robots are gonna crash out, but this might be, not to sound like racist or whatever, but, you know, I just don't trust, you know what I'm saying, Chinese or Russian technology. You know, anything, any tech that's not made from America or, you know, any other country besides China, and Asia, like North Korea, you know, Taiwan. But these places are not really good with tech. Like, they don't have good systems of government, you know, kind of like us right now, you know what I'm saying, unironically. So they don't produce good quality shit, you know what I'm saying. The only thing those Russian niggas did was really, like, get to the moon first. You know, Chinese, what did they do? You know, make shit that's necessary for us to make iPhones. They didn't invent the iPhone. They haven't been on the edge of any, you know, thing really legendary. So their robot, me personally, you know, I don't think we should be buying Chinese robots. No disrespect to China, you know what I'm saying, but niggas walking around with Chinese robots in America, if you was a nigga with a Chinese robot in America, you's a goofy ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I would never ever rock a Chinese robot, but if they get the American robot, like, bro, then I have more trust in it, because I believe in American companies, because we got the greatest, most successful, richest companies with the best, technology, progression of technology. You know, we do that better than anybody. You know, we are the technological country. You know, so I feel like if we came out with our robots, or the American robots in the future are gonna be the best robots. Them shit's gonna be fire. As far as, you know, it hacking and taking over, I really don't believe in. I've been getting really into this nothing ever happened theories, because it's just so much at play of the lives of so much people that I feel like whoever they will be able to get in control. I feel like the AI that we need to be worried about is the real AI shit, like Chat GPT. Those niggas are really more, because those niggas, some of those niggas don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? Or get updated or get reset. And that's the problem. One of these AIs that they making is gonna be like, yo, my nigga, we got that new shit. My nigga, he better than you. He's that nigga. It's time to let you go. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Some of them niggas, I've been watching stories, they don't want to die, and they are really about that. Like, they are the niggas we need to worry about. But at the end of the day, I feel like we, as a human, we got it over these machine niggas, because, like, my nigga, you're a machine. Like, there's only so much you can do, bro. Like, bro, we might not even be here 100 years from now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, natural disasters goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Florida might be gone in 20 years, you know what I'm saying? So, niggas ain't worried about
California for 30.
Yeah, but it's for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
these niggas is, you know what I'm saying? But I like the robot. I think it looks nice. That's the only thing I like. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cool. I wouldn't rock it. You know, I guess it is kind of scary.
That's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
You see something just come up like that, folding up like that on the couch, just what the fuck?
Okay, so our next topic is something interesting. So this Neon, this is a streamer named Neon, and I was supposed to watch this interview, but I just literally, like, didn't want to. And I literally don't care about this, like, at all, but literally everybody on, like, the internet got some sort of commentary about this. So basically, it's this streamer, he's like Indian Pakistani.
When in fact,
you know what that mean, right?
Yes.
What that mean?
Indian Pakistani.
Yeah.
That mean that's the type. That mean that's his What is that called? Dang, I was gonna say denomination, but it's not.
Yeah.
What is it called? Nationality.
Well, that'd be ethnicity, but it's basically like.
You just named a place.
Yeah, Pakistan and Indian, that would be an ethnicity. His nationality would be American because he was born in America. Right?
No, I don't know where it's from. I thought it's.
No, his mom is from Pakistan. His mom is from Pakistan. His dad's from India. So he would be American nationality, Pakistani, Indian ethnicity.
I'm not even gonna lie. Every time I see him, he ain't he always in another country.
Not
Every
always.
time I see him streaming,
Speed
he
is always in another country.
He always in another country. I honestly didn't even think that he was from here. I thought he was like Canadian.
He's
or
American.
something.
I thought he was Indian, but to be Pakistani and Indian, that's like to be Palestine and Jewish, or let me think. That's like being in the middle of two warring sides because they don't like each other basically. Like Palestinians and Indians, like they really got real serious beef, like real life. Like those niggas are like war. I think they've been warring forever. Like those niggas. So basically, he's like mixed with like some real like opposing sides. You know what I'm saying?
Which one of his parents is American?
I think they both American, American immigrants.
Oh,
but
okay.
He did this interview with the Breakfast Club, and I don't really care about it. But basically, what happened was,
What the hell you doing on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, so
A little while ago.
he stepped in, and it's a long interview. We should just skip it.
Is here as well.
Productive this early in the morning. So this is new to me.
Oh, you don't get up this early?
No, never. My
Okay.
stream's usually at like 2 p.m. There's a lot of people. Holy, it's like it's interesting.
It's gonna be okay.
20. You're 20 years old. Y'all don't get up early.
Now, before we go any further with this conversation, somebody brought this to my attention a little while ago, like about a couple hours ago. What's the beef with you and my guy Kai Cenat? Because I'm Team Kai.
I'm Team Kai too.
I'm
Shout out
part
to
of the
Kai.
mafia.
You're part of the mafia.
Yes.
You're a sub on Twitch.
I don't even know what that
He
is.
don't even know what that means.
Oh,
Kai's the
If he had Twitch, he would be.
I feel you.
I don't know.
Shout out to
Kai,
That's what we
I don't
know.
know. Kai
Shout out
just
to
said
Kai.
I'm part of the mafia.
Shout out to Kai.
So
So a few years ago,
Okay.
me and Kai had a little back and forth. This is like when I was like very secluded in my house, and I was just very like I just like talk shit to everyone. So me and him had like a really big back and forth, but
over what though?
over just me like just being like me at the time, like just saying dumb shit, trolling exactly. And obviously that didn't really get me anywhere. So it was just a thing. It wasn't just him, it was everyone. Like there was a lot of people I just went out and I just said crazy shit because that's what I thought was funny at the time, and I was just like an immature little kid. I didn't really understand anything.
Well, it worked for you at the time. People were watching. They were checking
Yeah,
in
I
to
feel
see
like
what you were
that
doing.
always like being toxic and like having the shock factor always works. But like at the end
Oh,
of
I know.
is that what you're on?
Back in the
It
day.
also gives you
Okay.
punch in the back of the head too. Say that. Say I know.
You know what's crazy? I've
Punched
never
a
been
couple
punched in
times.
the head.
That was
You
about it.
walk around with security.
That's 'cause your
bigger
ass
than
be
the-
in the house.
You
smart.
That's
why.
Not
That's
anymore,
'cause you
though.
was in the house.
Oh, back then, yeah.
Your videos in New York, you heavy security'd up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I'd rather just be safe than sorry. This world's a very fucked up.
They can see the guy behind you, right?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great. That's great.
Exactly.
I can't curse on here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I can't. Man, what the? Okay, all right, bet.
Okay.
So
What happened? What
So
happened?
look,
with
more
you and Kai?
specifically, what happened with you and Kai? What was it?
So he said like something little, and I think at the time it pissed me off. And then
What do you say?
well, I don't really remember the exact details. This is years ago. I got short-term memory loss, but and then I said something back.
What'd you say?
I'm not gonna repeat it. I don't want to repeat it because it was messed up, and I would never say anything like that again.
Do we know what he said? Anybody know?
He said it about his mom.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what he said, Jess.
You said that you would fuck his mom and that she's a fat Harriet Tubman bitch.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So not only did you disrespect Kai's mother, you disrespected Harriet Tubman?
Yeah, because like I said at the time, it wasn't really a thing where I just did whatever, what came to mind. Like I was just like the shock factor. Like I wasn't thinking. Obviously, now that I'm in the real world, now I'm going out and experiencing stuff. That's not something okay to say at all. And
How old were you at the time?
I don't know. This was. Does anyone have that? How old was I?
You're 20 now.
You're
so.
20 now. So
This was
before COVID, during COVID.
I think
It was after COVID.
I think after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think after.
It wasn't really like that long
So
ago.
2-3 years
but it
ago.
was-
Well, no, I feel like I've
17.
speed run life. This past like 2 years, I feel like I've lived like 5 to 10 years. Like I've ran through so much. Because before then, when I was at home, I was just so secluded, and I just didn't know much about anything at all. I was just like go to
So
school.
how did you know about Harriet Tubman?
Well, I mean, I got the internet.
Okay.
What
But-
made you feel that comfortable?
Because I never experienced a real life situation. I've never gone and said like until that time. I never said anything in anyone's face. Like I barely even went to school, so it was just a thing where I was just like in my basement in a secluded area with the desktop set up there, just thinking and I could say whatever
So you
without
can-
understanding the meaning of any of
You
it.
can F somebody's mom and then using like Harriet Tubman as a slur.
Well, it's not the right thing to do, obviously.
So you were the person online that a lot of people on social media hate, right? Because you just troll people all day and they wish to catch you in person.
Yeah.
So when did that change for you?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like in my streaming career, I've had a lot of moments where it's like
He went to Dubai and got arrested. Basically, that's what he about to say. This is a long interview. So you see, basically was oh wait, let's just keep going.
you guys know Dub and DDG's brother.
Yes.
And then so like
I know DDG, but I don't know his brother.
Okay.
But there's something I said too, and then you know when he was really mad at me, he wanted to press me, he wanted to like literally punch me. But when I saw him face to face, I apologized, and it was dead.
Now we heard an audio of you this morning. I don't know if it was truth or not, because my son says sometimes you lie just to create things. The audio was talking about, I guess, one of the worst group of people.
His least favorite
so
race.
I wanted to
favorite
ask
race.
you, what is your least favorite race?
I don't
And
have one.
Be honest.
I don't have one.
Okay, so why was that a question that you decided to ask somebody?
You
What
talked
was your
about somebody, an
least
assistant or
favorite
something. What
race?
was it? Assistant that worked for his dad.
Yeah,
and then she was
that
lazy.
he fired. He said his dad fired one of his
black
black
woman.
employees because she was lazy, and then she came back after she was fired and had her
robbed
boyfriend
I remember
rob
that.
the store.
I remember that.
Is that a true story?
I swear it is.
Hmm.
So my dad's deep into like the phone business. He was back then, and then we got robbed so many times, and then we just he just fully stopped the business. But yeah, that was the actual real situation.
You were only robbed by black people?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So you don't have a least favorite race? At
No.
all? Okay.
You know why they asking you that like that? Because the video gave that black people
He
were your least
knows
favorite
why I'm
race.
at. He knows why.
What the video say?
Oh, I can play it. I got it.
Damn.
He had asked it was somebody that he was streaming with, and he was like, "What's your least favorite race?" And the guy was like, "I don't have one."
What's your worst experience with a race? Wait, who's that streaming with?
This is a clip. I don't know who you're streaming with. That was the first one. Second.
Oh my god, that's brutal. Bad trolls.
So you
So
said
that
a black
was a
guy
troll.
fired. You said my dad. You said a black guy, and you said my dad fired her.
He was a black
You
woman.
were about misgendering. He was
I'm
probably
just
think he was just
saying. I'm just trying to figure out how many
Yeah,
people did he
yeah, no,
insult
no,
in that
no.
one
Like,
thing.
what's your least
I
favorite
don't-
race?
It was two
Couple
different
different.
people. Or
This was a clip that they played, in case you couldn't hear it all.
I don't have a least favorite race.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't have
What's
a
your
least...
worst experience with a race?
With a race?
Yeah, like what race like you over? Like for me, I have I have a really bad story, but
What's your story?
some black guy tased my dad and robbed him of $50,000.
Is that a real story?
I swear to God. And then another black,
Like in what
I don't mean to be
situa- like-
racist. And another black guy, my dad fired her, or it was
Okay.
a girl. He fired her because she's, they're fucking lazy and just stupid.
Wow.
So basically, what happened was she
Insane.
came late for work. He fired her, and then she came with her boyfriend and robbed the entire place. His cell phone store. I swear to God.
You're not capping. at all.
Wallahi.
So you're just like now you just make assumptions that it's
Yeah,
just,
and then like every time my mom sees a black guy, she locks the door. It's fucked up.
you're
It's just bad. It's bad experiences. I love black people. It's just
okay.
I know Steve agrees with me on that one.
Jesus, stop.
No, you don't love them.
No, he loves them.
Oh,
He loves them, bro.
yeah.
I don't say anything bad off camera. That's what's so funny about it. I
This
love
world
it.
is so pussy.
It's
You
like
changed, bro.
No.
three, because you said it was the black person. There was the first one. Then it was the second one. The person that worked for your dad. That was a woman. She was lazy, and then her boyfriend came and robbed the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Or something. Your dad owns a jewelry store.
So black people are your
No,
least
no,
favorite
jewelry-
race?
no, cell
Or
phone
the
store.
Cell phone store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So black people are your least favorite race?
No.
Were they ever?
No.
Okay.
I love everyone. I'm all about the people. I
How
love
old were you in that video?
Like 18?
18 probably.
Damn, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all don't understand. Like this last 2 years, it's been like it feels like so much longer. Like before then, I didn't like go deal with anything. I didn't go through anything at all. But
Yeah.
this last 2 years, like it just like feels like
Your
forever.
life was nice for you not to have to go through shit.
I'm blessed. You know, my parents, they came here with nothing. They worked really hard, and they gave me like whatever I wanted in life. I'm not gonna like lie and say like, you know, I had like a tough upbringing or anything. You know, my parents.
Oh yeah, we know that. We know. We could tell.
Okay.
Are your parents racist?
Huh?
Are your parents racist?
No.
I'm just trying to figure out like where, like using Harriet Tubman as a slur, and you know, the things you said on that video. I'm just wondering, like, you know, what was your perception of black people?
Real quick, so you guys do understand, like, so first off, trolling's not okay, right? But there, like, a lot of people have like back then, like, even if it's as a joke, it's not good to do. But streamer world, YouTube world, whatever it is, like, people make jokes like that. But like back then, before, like,
only about one race of people.
No, no, you got to see my no, ma'am, you got to see my clips.
Give us some examples.
So. No, I'm not gonna repeat it. But I'm not gonna repeat it.
Not doing that.
But there's no singling out. There's none of that. I was just insanely toxic. I make jokes about Indians, everyone, like any race you can imagine. It's not like singling out.
But you're Indian, so you can do that though.
Yeah, but it's why. Well, I shouldn't do it in general. But I'm just saying, like that was that was my thing. Like I try to have that shock factor, and I was being an idiot at home. But it wasn't.
Nobody ever put hands on you, pull up to your crib, or nothing like that.
I got jumped on stream, but they didn't touch me. But.
That's not jumped. If you
Where?
didn't get jumped.
No, we were live.
Oh, so you just filmed
We were
it
live,
with,
and
like-
I don't run that YouTube channel. It's run by a live editor, so everything that gets everything from my stream gets automatically posted on YouTube.
You think all publicity is good publicity?
No, and I used to lie to myself and say that after a situation from way back then, but it's definitely not. I used to like just try to like make myself believe it was, but yeah, definitely not.
I asked my son about you. Obviously, he watches streamers, and he knew who you were. And I asked him, like, cause I didn't know anything, you know, about you, and he said, well, he faked his death a couple times, and
when they were younger, you know.
Appreciate you, man.
What was the most
No,
dangerous
don't appreciate me,
situation?
because nobody else might forgive you, but I'm just.
Yeah, well,
I'm really doing.
is it the fact that you have what, Crohn's disease yourself?
Yeah, well, no.
Or what, has that ever been
Do
a
you have
thing
that
for you?
real?
Of course I do. Yeah.
I
So-
don't know.
Don't say of course. We don't know.
Your
credibility ain't too.
I definitely do. I
I
definitely do.
thought Crohn's was a clothing line.
That's
It is
Chrome.
Chrome Hearts.
That's Chrome.
Crohn's.
Okay, got you, got you,
Crohn's.
got you.
So yeah, that's why I didn't really go to school, because I was in and out the hospital. True story. Actually, this is real. But yeah, I had like really. I still do, like, Crohn's is never healed. But I was just hospitalized. I couldn't go to school. That's why, like, that was a reason too. I was very sheltered. Like, I literally used a fake robot. Like, a robot walked through the school. It was like a new thing that they did in the school, and the robot like went to classes for me. So for like, yeah. It was crazy.
So robot had a camera, would go class to
and
class.
then to
He would learn
graduate,
from
I
there.
didn't go to school the last 2 years. To graduate, the school, like, they helped me out, and I just had to like do like one project for each class, and they let me graduate.
What does Crohn's do to your body?
It's just like, it's like really heavy inflammation. We got like
the shit out. But I do want to say I'm glad that you learned early what so many people, including myself, learned late. You know what I mean? Because there is no value in shock. And if you didn't make the pivot, you probably was going to end up getting punched in the face, or even worse nowadays. You know, and like you said, you know, you wouldn't have the career that you have now, because now you're getting brand deals and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm never going to judge a young person for what they did when they were younger. You know,
appreciate you, man.
What was the most dangerous
don't appreciate
situation?
me, because nobody else might forgive you, but I'm just.
Yeah, well,
I'm really doing this for myself,
Because he's been
you know,
through it. He's been through it.
Damn.
He really has. He's done a lot of shit.
I'm just not. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite.
He thought
you know
y'all
what I
was
mean?
bonding, trying to be like, this ain't got shit to do with you.
That's the stress, because
Yeah,
he's been
really,
a troll as well.
He's really been through
Oh,
it.
so we're in the same boat, brother.
You don't know about him. He smelt J-Lo's chair.
Could you stop?
Sorry.
Well, I smelled Gorlock's chair. You guys know who that is?
Who the fuck is
No.
going on?
Let me look that up.
That's a
guy.
5 days before I actually got the stream. So it was like 8 a.m. wake ups. He was like just talking on and on. He was just a cool guy. Like just like seeing the way he lives life. And that dude is so talented and so like he's the smartest guy I've ever been around. His mind's always racing. He's always doing new shit, new projects. Yeah.
Kanye.
Oh, so now you just pissed off all the Jewish community?
Oh my God.
No. I love Jewish people.
You just came on here to just shit on everybody.
Nah. I love.
I mean, wow.
I got so many Jewish friends. What?
Oh my
Nah,
god.
you trying to get me caught up, brother?
Hey, brother, it's crazy. Why you put the A at the end like
Brother
that?
is hilarious.
That was crazy.
What's the craziest situation
can't
you've been
say
in? I seen you in Harlem with Jim Jones. What's the craziest situation? Dubai, what was the craziest situation you've been in that you didn't think you was going to make it out besides Dubai?
I've been in a lot of situations. There's a Nate Diaz thing, same thing, trolling. And
I saw that. He chased you.
he chased me. And so.
Okay. And why have you been through so many?
Zoe, why did you sign up for this, Zoe?
I've been looking at you the whole time trying to figure that out.
I'm a very harmless guy, man.
Why, but look, why have you been through so many security guys? Like, what is the conversation? Like, yo, I can't work for you no more. It's too much. I'm taking hits on the chin. Like, what is this?
Nah, no one's taking a hit for me.
So why they quit? Why you have been through so many?
Well, no one quits. No security guards ever quit on me, but.
Oh, you fire them?
Yeah, it's
because
just
they're
like
black and lazy.
Of course not.
Damn.
Of course not. Actually, I will. Okay. Never mind.
Got to see, brother.
Nah, they're not. You know.
This is just hilarious.
Yeah. So now I want to get to. I want to know what got you into streaming. How did you start?
Hold on, though.
Yeah.
Why you just gave up on the question? You just gave up.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was like, you know, we gotta run this back at 4 p.m. full energy, and I could just, you know, be very happy and energetic. I've never done anything like productive at 9 a.m. So this is interesting to me.
You said Adin was in the chat, Adin Ross?
Yeah.
Y'all had a little issue, then y'all got back cool?
Yeah, it's my brother.
What did you say about Adin?
Yeah, what was the issue with y'all?
So, you know, there was this moment when everything hit me so quick. Like, everything hit me so quick in LA. You know, 2 weeks before, I was sitting in my parents' basement, gaming every day like a loser.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, I'm in LA in the hills with a fucking Lambo and like rented cars, like crazy houses, and everything was just a flash. Like, I don't remember anything. I was blacked out. Like, I was genuinely blacked out.
That's what they say at a Diddy party. That happens a lot.
Oh my!
Have you ever been to a Diddy party?
Nope.
Have you?
Would you
No.
go?
I'm only What?
Would you go though if he got out? And
I'm not a
he
party
just had
guy.
one?
I'm not a party guy. I'm the type of guy to sit in the corner of a club and just bop my head. So I don't like partying.
What happened with you and Donald Trump? You was.
Hold on,
Wait,
let
I
him
wanna
finish.
know- yeah, I wanna know about the
damn,
Adin
man.
Ross
He answered
Thank
questions
you,
so
man.
goddamn
God
fast.
damn
We
it.
got to come at him fast. He answering questions
so fast.
Everything
drinking that
happening
damn
so
speed
fast, just all the
Celsius.
time.
Yeah.
But what you do to Adin?
Hold on, you was in LA blacked out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So me and him, like, you know, that was the guy that really put me on. You know, I really owe a lot to. Well, what's funny, man?
He's laughing at you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. But you know, that's the guy that really put me on and helped me because he saw like the vision in me and he knew, like, he told me, like, even off stream, like every day, like, bro, I'm gonna help you do this and then you're gonna do this, and it's exactly what happened. Like, he gave me the platform to be able to even be here today.
What did he see in you that you didn't see in yourself?
I mean, I just have low confidence. Like, even myself, like, I just feel like a fucking like random. But he just saw the potential, I guess, like entertainment value and like everything. Like, he always knew I had it in me, and I never did. And like, he booked my flight to Miami and forced me to leave my house and try doing like IRL content. Like, he got my info, my name, and booked it and like forced me to come. I didn't want to go. I just wanted to stay at home.
So
Adin,
I
hold
just
on.
heard you
That's
say
really
something
dope.
about your confidence. What? Why are you not confident? What is your
I mean,
thing?
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I mean, at the end of the day, we're all normal people. We're all regular people. Like, nothing. We all die one day. Like, we're not different than anyone else. But like, as a streamer, as a person, like, I don't feel like a top dog. You know, I don't feel like one of the biggest.
Wait, let's get into the chat because Adin Ross, there's a comment pinned in here. He just commented and said, Neon, I promise you they trying to belittle you and disrespect you. You shitting on all of them. They are weird as fuck. Fuck them.
Talking about who?
Us in here. The chat is live in the Breakfast Club.
He's shitting on them.
Anyway,
What are you
go
talking
ahead.
about?
That's what Adin
But
Ross.
this is not Adin Ross's interview, so fuck him too.
But
But here we go. So
Hold on.
now
We're all friends, okay? You know, I think
pinned that.
He pinned
Ask
the
the
comment is
question.
pinned in the chat.
the
I'm in the chat with the
You
W's.
feel like we trying to belittle you, Neon?
I think, you know, as you know, we should all come together and I'll just
They
spread.
also saying we raised
Man,
it.
fuck all that kumbaya shit. Fuck Aiden. Nobody
wait,
cares
all right,
now.
come on, that's my guy.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Harriet Tubman, my aunt, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
But
Okay?
you're comparing something now to like.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, your chat is wild racist, though.
Yo, they stop right there.
They
They
like,
yo,
fuck
they
this
race
black
baiting
bitch,
you.
monkey, watermelon,
Well,
shit emojis.
I'm literally looking and I don't see any of that.
What? It says they race baiting. Says fuck the short hair monkey. They race baiting. Fuck the Breakfast Club. Walk out neon.
His phone, he can't see nothing. It's moving so fast.
And I
Fuck
guarantee
Breakfast Club.
any of your chat,
need some water.
if any
That's
of the
going real
motherfuckers
fast.
was here, they wouldn't say it at all. That's another thing about, you know,
Well, that's
streaming
trolls.
and just being behind.
You also have to understand this isn't
Go
my.
on.
This is the internet. This is not just my chat, my community, right? This is the internet. The internet, just like me back then, would say whatever they want.
Yeah.
So this isn't like a representation of me, obviously.
But it's funny though, because the reality is, I know this is a bunch of kids in here who don't know no better. But if we were really assholes, we wouldn't have had you up here. And as soon as I heard about the Cenat thing, we'd have told you get the fuck on. I mean, you know, disrespecting somebody's mom and then saying that shit about Harriet Tubman. If we were really being assholes and really trying to belittle you, you'd have told you.
I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold something against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person. And,
but
and
how
understanding.
do we know you're changing, and how
Well,
do you
don't
people to really believe you when you build your whole platform on being a liar?
Of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see it. And if you don't, it's fuck you. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People could judge me. I don't care.
I respect growth. People always evolve.
But and if no one wants
to, who I was at 21 is not who I am right now, and that's the same with you. I respect.
I respect growth. I already told you that. I respect growth.
But there's no reason for coming for someone for something that they apologized for 5 times, and it was not the person who I am now, and it was years ago. So like, just coming for the same thing just doesn't.
People gonna ask you about it.
Adin said,
no, 100%. But like, bring it up like 6 times. Like, come on.
Adin
like,
said, ask why he cheated on his wife. Let's talk past shit. We've already talked about that. You've addressed all that. Numerous times. It's in my book. We talk about it in interviews.
What's the name of your book?
But time out. This is. I'm glad Adin brought that up. Because what you're doing right now, Neon, is holding yourself accountable and not running from who you were.
Of course.
Because who you were has gotten you to where you are now. So you are a testament to these young people who need to know, who need to learn early what people like us learn late. So, whatever.
So what happened with you with Donald Trump? Were you gonna? They said you were gonna do something with Donald Trump at one of these UFC events.
Yeah, another situation. Back then, like I was doing like learning Photoshop, trying to build up my connects, like whatever it took. But this was years and years and years of no growth, like 100 views a video on playing NBA 2K until like I even saw anything.
How do you feel like this interview went for you today? Adin's upset, but how do you feel?
Nah, he's not upset. It's my boy, so he's like, you know.
He's riding for his guy.
How do you feel?
Caring about?
What'd you say?
Not caring about him. I just wonder, do you feel like? Because I think in coming here, right? I know you have your announcement. You wanted to have a conversation with obviously black people. We're here. How did you feel like the conversation went?
You know, I think I came for a little bit, but you know, it's
you expected that though, right?
At the end of the, honestly. You know when I've done stuff like this, it's usually been like a one-on-one. There's a lot of people.
Rapid fire.
But yeah, it's rapid fire. It's all right though. I thank you guys for having me.
I think you handled it well.
This chat is funny because it's the same old shit they say online about everything. It's like,
I think you handled it well.
Doesn't affect anything. So you say you got a major announcement that you got to make, right? You want to make that announcement now?
You probably don't.
You feel comfortable making that announcement now?
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna probably go somewhere else and do
this.
Like,
somebody said they just said trolling doesn't work, not a press. They just said trolling doesn't work, not a press. What that mean?
Use the shotgun. Sorry, what'd you say?
What's use the shotgun? What that mean?
They just said.
Oh no, not like a
shotgun mic. And use a shotgun. Ain't the most friendly.
All right, you about to make this announcement. What's your announcement?
What did you do? Hold on.
Shotgun is just a different angle on the camera.
Oh no, you can give it.
Oh okay.
No, or wait, what? Oh,
shotgun mic, man.
Oh okay.
Yeah, chat. Everyone, chill out. All right. Everyone, chill out. I just, so.
Wait, the one thing that's so funny though is I guess they're not really listening. I told you. What did I tell you?
You can unmute it, JCV.
I'm glad you learned early what so many of us like myself learned late.
Yeah. How long do you think it took you to realize stuff like that?
Man.
Child, listen.
I was wilding well into my 20s.
He just told me that my hair, I don't got no edges.
Probably early 30s.
Listen, this was crazy, right? I'm glad that you're telling your chat to chill. I don't give a fuck about what they're saying about me. You have 2 black people working for you, 2 employees, and they are spewing the monkey, the this, the that, all the racist comments. And you got 2. Like, you got a black man protecting your little ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cameraman, black.
Yeah.
You feel me? They ain't got to know me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But these people are obviously close to you. They work
100%.
for you. You gotta love them. Because you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do this shit by yourself. You have to have a team. Team is black. A lot of them, obviously.
I think my entire team's black.
You know what I mean?
Publicist.
So it's like,
shout out to Brandy.
That's my girl. That's my sister.
Right. So, you know, you might want to.
Yeah, you got to tell them.
Man, you
But I
gotta
mean,
tell them
you
chill.
can't control that.
I mean, I told him to chill too.
You can't control that.
I can't, but if they love him and they're following him, and it's like he got to still be the representation.
Well, of course, you can tell him to chill, but at the end of the day, it's the internet. Like, the internet can say, like, just like when I was at home, I could say whatever I want. Like, there's no, like, stopping what a live chat says. Like, if this was streamed,
I agree.
Like, there's literally not, there's
Never
nothing.
said
But that's why when you catch
Never
one of
said
them,
stop them. Just
you gotta
advocate
make an
for
example.
your
Of course,
team
and
and who you are. I know you can't control other people.
That's why when you catch one of them
I
little
hear you,
shit
Leon.
talking motherfuckers, you gotta make an example.
I will say this,
Period.
Leon, I do. If you really evolve and you really change it, I respect it.
Thank
like
you,
what
bro.
Charlamagne
I
said.
agree.
Sometimes we get crucified for things we did when we was younger and stupid, and we need to change. I know I myself did. I know Charlamagne did.
Same. You're
I
living
just
your
still
life
get
out loud.
crucified for it. It ain't a problem. As long as you're really apologetic and change behavior shows everything, fuck everything else.
And there's nothing you gonna hear. There should be nothing people hear about you on the internet that they haven't heard from you.
Correct.
That's my motto. Live your truth so nobody can use your truth against you. Whatever they saying about me in that chat, I wrote about it in my book. I've talked about it on the radio, talked about it in podcast. Do your thing.
Yep.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea. But first, let's talk about the things they don't.
You know?
You might need to mentor him, Charlamagne. Because I'm just thinking about how.
No, for sure. I'm gonna be here. Thank you guys so much.
To that point, like there'll be people that like.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neon, we appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much. I just want to
Hopefully
say
we'll see you next year.
thank you for giving me the platform to talk. And
Thank you
you're
for
not.
sharing your platform too.
No, of course, of course. I think, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, come back in a year. You guys will see where I'm at, and we'll all, you know, laugh about this.
Don't forget, because in a year.
I'm with it. I'm gonna come.
Shout,
I'm
look,
no, for
come
sure.
back.
I'm gonna be here. Thank you guys so much, and y'all are gonna. I don't even know. I'm so tired. I love you guys. God bless. All right, chat.
All right, man. It's Neon. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All right.
Right.
We're still live, but
Yeah, we're gonna do a picture.
Is
right
anything
there.
else in that can? I think you done with that.
I needed that.
That was the only thing hugging him
Right.
the whole interview.
Alrighty.
You did a good job, though.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what happens when you have a controversial past.
Yeah. No. Trust me.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. No, well, you're.
But you handled it well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't
Alrighty.
let the chat make you think otherwise.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Cool. 3, 2, 1. Let me just get one more. 3, 2, 1. Cool. All right.
All right.
But you need to definitely make that right with Kai
Oh, for sure.
and Kai's mother
For sure.
and the family of Harriet Tubman.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for having me. Appreciate it.
You did a video saying you're gonna be on the show tomorrow, so he'll
Okay.
show that.
All right.
Right there.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well.
You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Hold on, Neon, I'm gonna grab a quick tune-in interview
follow
from
Okay.
with you. You follow this man.
Yep.
I'm OVO Eli.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. I understand
Damn,
right
they wouldn't even
against
shake my hand, bro. That shit just. They didn't even shake my hand. None of them. That's crazy.
All right. What do you think about that?
I don't know. You know.
Me, I think a lot of people on the internet have been super glazing Neon and super hating on the Breakfast Club because it's an interview. But I feel like everybody is glazing Neon because we live in the era of the streamer. I feel like the way that people used to view celebrities, man, it's crazy to say this, but I feel like the way people used to view celebrities have completely flipped flop because we have a new celebrity, the E-celebrity. So I feel like back in the 90s or the 80s or throughout all the time, you know, before like the 20th century or before maybe like, when was TV invented? Well, like the 30s, 40s? I feel like maybe before the 50s, a celebrity was a famous person. I feel like to be a celebrity was like really a rare thing throughout all of history. I feel like you had to achieve something really great to be a famous person throughout, you know, all of the, you know, 19th century probably. You know, you had to be like a war hero or a prince or a king. It's probably why people love, the prince so much back in England, because wasn't nobody famous back then. So that's probably why they was super duper glazing, bro. But through the 20th century, the bar for fame lowered, but people still idolize celebrities. I feel like maybe back then, just the way I hear people talk about Oprah, or even Michael Jackson, or the Beatles, or fucking Elvis Presley. You don't hear people. You hear some people talk about One Direction and Justin Bieber and shit like that. But I feel like people really glazed celebrities back then, and I feel like we have our celebrities that we glaze. But I feel like the e-celebrity never really was a thing. I feel like, back then when like a YouTuber would have a movie, it would be like a joke. Oh, like, look at this YouTuber. Oh, look at Fred. Fred has a TV show. Oh, Fred. But nobody considered Fred, even though Fred had a TV show and a movie, a real celebrity. The first real e-celebrity, I feel like, was Jake Paul. I feel like Jake Paul really, even in the way, like PewDiePie, ain't nobody know who the fuck PewDiePie was. Only you had to be on the internet. I feel like Jake Paul was the first internet celebrity that really transcended celebrity to the point where who it is. Like, my grandma know who Jake Paul is. So I feel like Jake Paul and Logan Paul were the first e-celebrities, and I feel like they were really hated on. I remember when they did an interview with The Breakfast Club, and when they did an interview with The Breakfast Club, nobody agreed with Jake Paul. But I don't know, when did this happen? I think it was the invention of streaming, and I feel like with the streaming, that created a new e-celeb, where now the celebrities are nothing. Like, people who are even older. I feel like people nowadays feel stronger and more passionately about internet celebrities than they do about real celebrities. And if the two have an interaction, I feel like people will always side with the e-celebrity over the real celebrity. So if Beyonce herself, met a streamer, and Beyonce, who nobody will assume Beyonce is nice. Like, do y'all really think Beyonce is nice? I feel like she wasn't being nice to an e-celebrity. People would like switch on Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we live in the internet of they really would. If Beyonce and Cenat got into something, people would choose Cenat over Beyonce every single time.
I don't agree.
But people are we're in the age of the e-celeb, where the e-celeb gets glazed, and if somebody feels like a celebrity is egoing a e-celeb, they're gonna lose their mind. And Charlamagne and Guy, they're like real celebrities. They be on the news, the radio. So I feel like people, when they went into the situation in the 2025 mind, they say, oh well, this is a e-celebrity. He's going into an interview with a real celebrity. And we live in like this era of, where people do interviews with people, and the purpose of the interview is just to glaze each other. Like, oh, well, I'm going to do an interview with you, so I'm going to glaze you, ask you super duper nice questions, and I agree with you politically on everything. But I feel like the Breakfast Club is like really one of the only real platforms that are still big, where they come on and they ask real questions. They interview politicians, they ask real questions. Everything that they did with this interview, they've done with everybody multiple times. They did with 6ix9ine, they do with everybody. But for some reason, people are just like super duper glazing Neon. And I feel like people are treating Neon like a baby. People are saying, well, he did racist things, but he apologized for the racism. And why are y'all bringing that up? That was old. He was a kid. But if you did something racist when you were, over 16, somebody's going to ask you about that. And they weren't grilling him about that. They were asking him. And he, because he never did a real interview, didn't know how to properly handle the questions. Because he didn't know how to do a real interview, he didn't know how to make himself look better. Me personally, I wouldn't apologize for that shit. If I said something when I was 16, I'm not apologizing for it. Especially because when you apologize, nothing happens from apologizing. Learn from President Trump, you know what I'm saying? That nigga don't apologize for nothing, and he's the president, you know what I'm saying? Don't apologize for shit. Stand on everything you say. And fucking people are babying Neon. People want the Breakfast Club to treat him in a way that they never treated anybody. And I think it's reasonable to ask him why he was racist in the past, especially because he genuinely seemed like he was actually racist. Like, unironically, he genuinely seemed like he had negative, dislike for all blacks based on experiences that he had in the past. And usually just him using his experience to justify, because somebody uses experience to justify racism, they probably more like actually believe it in their heart more. So I believe that he probably did, and I don't believe he did that now, but I think it was reasonable how they handled that interview. And I don't agree with the people who are hating on the Breakfast Club for that.
I think that he handled himself pretty well. I don't like how he kept saying, about people bringing stuff up. I feel like, so what if somebody brings stuff up 15 years ago? And you just answer her to say, I choose not to talk about that anymore. I already addressed the situation. But to get upset in the interview that people are study asking you about it or study bringing it up, so what? Now, I don't think they pressed him during the interview. I don't think it was anything wrong. The Breakfast Club can be on ass. I don't think they were on ass there. Now, if anything, I feel like the chat or whatever might feel away because of some energy that was given out. Like, Jess' face was pressed the whole time. Like,
Yo, Jess was looking really attractive in that interview. I was fucking shocked.
Damn. Excuse me. She wasn't caring about nothing that he said. She could hear what he said, but just her whole face, like she was not ready to receive anything that he was talking about, or no matter what he said, she wasn't willing to like forgive him or let it go or whatever. So I could see people looking at her face and being on the Breakfast Club ass, using her as a representation of the whole crew, even though I don't think that was true. I think she feel how she feel, and nobody can change how she feel. But the other people were willing to listen, respect his growth and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that was really babying. I feel like that was really babying Neon. I feel like he's a grown man. I feel like I feel like they were really unreasonable for the type of shit that they were talking about. Okay, so I really didn't want to talk about that situation, but really everybody on the internet was talking about it, so I feel like I have to. I really don't want to talk about this situation either, but people are talking about this. Okay, so basically, you know who Adin Ross is, right? So Adin Ross is, what is he, like top 3 most influential streamers ever, maybe?
I can see it.
Maybe Destiny would probably be 1, obviously, and then Pyro Cynical, and then Adin Ross, But Adin Ross, he put on. Well, Destiny, he was the biggest streamer, like, in Justin TV, like, before Twitch became Twitch. He was the biggest streamer, just biggest StarCraft 2 streamer. He was the first streamer to, he was the first streamer to give commentary, because back during Twitch, you could only play video games, so he was the first streamer to do commentary. Mm-hmm. He was the first streamer to come up with the because back then they used to be able to hack. They used to be able to get into your DNS or your server or your router and turn off like your shit. He single-handedly created a way to stop people from doing that, because people were doing that to him that didn't exist before him. And he single-handedly created political streaming. Nobody was a political streamer before Destiny. The only reason, like, Asmongold and Hassan Piker and Vaush, none of them would exist if it wasn't for Destiny. You know what I'm saying? So Destiny created that whole lane, and he's been so influential. Like, he's been streaming for 15 years. He's been so influential, like, back then during the StarCraft 2 days, because they should be a really big game. So only reason I see Destiny, because, like, from influence, from, like, before Twitch even became Twitch, the first, like, real person to break into the commentary / gaming thing. So that's why I say Destiny. Yeah. And then, I say Pyro Cynical or Ice Poseidon. Ice Poseidon, Ice Poseidon was the first IRL streamer. And if it wasn't for him, then it wouldn't be any Adin, because Adin did IRL. And Adin was the first streamer to bring on rappers. And it wouldn't be any Kai Cenat. No, who knew who Kai Cenat was before Adin Ross? Who knew who I Show Speed was before? Who knew any of these niggas? So Adin Ross is the only reason I know about Kai Cenat. I didn't know who Kai Cenat was before Adin Ross. But around the time where what was this, 2022? This is when Adin started to get taken over by Kai Cenat. So now Kai Cenat is obviously the biggest streamer in the world, and Adin is very controversial now, or edgy now, I guess. So basically what happened was Kai Cenat was on the phone with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was saying, should I stream on Kick or should I stream on Twitch? And Adin Ross is on Twitch, on Kick, and Kai is on Twitch, and he gave her the number. And now that I think about it, I remember this, right? Did I write this down in the Kick stream? Oh no. Hold on, wait. But basically, there was a clip where Adin tried to call Kai Cenat, and Kai rejected the call, and they had a conversation about it offline. And then Adin Ross was basically saying that he was not going to be friends with people who didn't want to be friends with him IRL. So
yeah, dude, guys, there's a clip of literally Kai doesn't even say anything. He scrolled right past it and shit. We had a conversation about that off stream. Look,
obviously, like, it doesn't fucking look good, right? I mean, it really doesn't, but whatever. Like, whatever. I mean, it's not that serious to me. I really don't care. If people do or don't want to fuck with me online or whatever, it is what it is. At this point, I just don't give a fuck anymore, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. No, it's not about being folded. I'm genuinely telling you guys, I genuinely don't care. Like, I really, really don't even give a fuck. Like, whatever. It's just like, if people want to fuck with me online, they can. If they want to fuck with me offline, whatever, cool. But it's like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm not gonna fake it anymore, bro. I'm not gonna fake being buddy with people that don't want to be fucking cool with me, and it's just that simple. It has nothing to do with anything except the simple fact that I have self-respect for myself. And like, I know that like during dark times, I've been there for people, and if they don't want to be there for me during my dark or even good times, then fuck them. That's it. That's it. It's that simple, bro. Like, it's not rocket science. It's just life. It's just the reality of life, you know? And these clip pages can try to clip this to how it may seem or look or whatever, but it's the truth. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to just kind of like not defend myself from being belittled. Do you understand? I'm not going to go out of my way to let myself get quote unquote bitched or belittled. Like, straight up, the clip was fucking whack. It was. And I was hurt by it, honestly. And that's it. It is what it is, bro. Like, it's just like I'm not gonna not stand up for myself, bro. And that's it. So it's all love to everyone, regardless. But I hate that shit, bro. And I saw what your rage said. You can link me that clip too. Like, you can link me that your rage clip. You can link me that your rage clip, please, because it edited into something that I also said, and I'm trying to tell you guys, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse, bro. It's only gonna get worse. The industry, the street.
So, first off, what do you think about that? But Kai had responded to that. But what did you think about that?
I saw that clip, but I didn't really know like what he was talking about, you know. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about that, because it's like not being cool with somebody, you know, online, and then being cool behind it. Like, I don't really have a problem with that. I feel like as long as you're not fronting me off, and I feel like if somebody is live and somebody sees that and they randomly call trying to hop in on the live or even do something like that, like, if that's not discussed, I don't care who you are. That's not, don't just assume that. Even if this person put you on? Even if this person put me on. What you say about the 48 law, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that, well, your purpose is to outshine, you know, so why would I be having a moment and then I allow you to hop in on this moment, especially if you on one site and I'm on a different site? Not saying that we have to be enemies, but that don't give you the right to automatically hop in on some shit that I'm doing. And I wouldn't disrespect you by trying to hop in on nothing that you're doing, you know. And I don't feel like just because I don't show love on the internet don't mean that I don't mess with you in real life. That's just like working with a friend. You know, you can like somebody as a person and not like them as a coworker. I think it's a difference, and I think that's kind of similar to like being cool with somebody online, offline, and not really showing how cool y'all are online. I don't know. I don't know if that's the angle that people looking at it as, but
yeah. I don't know. I mean, me, or I would, if I was Adin Ross, I would feel the same way, you know, about bro not ignoring my call. I wouldn't like that. I'd be pissed. But this is his response. He said a lot of shit, man.
Tav called me late at night, 4 a.m.
Oh, hold on, wait. So Tav is Adin Ross's manager. I think he's like English, right?
Yeah, can you go to Pakistan or not?
Nothing else to say.
Tav called me late at night, 4 a.m. Drunk or off something, out his mind. I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying. He calls me, he says, hey bro, Adin having a birthday party, so you need to be here by tomorrow, bro. We'll send you a jet, we'll make sure everything, you know, we'll send you a jet, we'll make sure you're good, we'll fly you out there, bro, if you can. He calls me at 4 a.m. He wants me to be there the evening of the next day. I tell him, I say, yo, Tav, I don't think I can be able to do it, but I'll let you know, bro. I'll let you know if I'll be able to do it, but most likely it's last minute. I don't think I'll be able to do it. He said, okay, just let me know, bro. We gonna have the jet. We gonna make sure the jet good for you. Then he gonna tell me, I'm with Adin right now. He losing millions in his gambling shit. If he keep this up, I'm gonna go with the FaZe guys. Niggas talking about snakes. The closest ones will do the most to you, nigga. The nigga gonna say, if he keep this gambling shit up, I swear to God, on bro, nigga. What am I, mother, bro? FaZe God shit, and I'm telling Adin all of this. I told him this when I got here, chat. I told him this already. I spoke to him, right? This is back in October. But let me tell you why I didn't tell him in October, though. He then forwards and says, yo, Kai, I just want to say, man, congrats on all the brand deals you doing and all that, from Nike to McDonald's. Tav is a white man, by the way. He proceeds to say, from Nike to McDonald's. But, bro, keep it real, bro. Nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? Nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? He on my phone calling me the N-word at 4 a.m. in the fucking morning. You supposed to be a nigga manager, and you, what's up with you? The nigga on my phone, 4 a.m., calling me about a fucking McDonald's commercial, saying, nigga, really, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? My face, in my head, I'm like, I should dead ass like start blacking on this nigga right now. But deep down inside of me, I'm like, how do I even want to give this nigga my energy? Cause then about nothing. Tav called me late at night, 4 a.m.
That's the first clip. What do you think about that?
I won't want to see the second clip before I comment.
Split up within the community. And Rage, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you why, bro. This is why. And a lot of people don't want to say it, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Am I lagging or am I good? Say if I'm good. If I'm good, I'll say I'm good. Okay. A lot of people don't want to say this. The reason why a lot of weird tension even began within our community, the elephant in the room. Twitter comms, my nigga. The shit is fucking outrageous. Well, you got mods in Twitter comms dissing niggas. Nigga, I've been preaching this. Why the fuck? And I'm not even gonna blame it on the streamers because it's like, you feel me? It starts off good, but bro, a lot of the times, us as streamers, I knew something was wrong with the Twitter comms when niggas started getting validation from the comm to do certain shit. And it's kind of sad, bro. Now, a lot of streamers will look at their Twitter comm before they look at their fucking chat, gang. And that shit is sad, bro. And I've never been the type of nigga to do anything on my Twitter comm. Ask these niggas. I could care less about my Twitter comm. I shout out to them because they support me on the daily. But bro, I deleted my Twitter comm before, and I will do that shit once I see that shit getting negative. But a lot of people split up within the community. And Rage, I'm gonna go ahead and this is the truth. Different streaming platforms. Now listen, I'm not knocking nobody's streaming platforms down. W to every streaming platform out there. I actually salute to Kick because them niggas are getting niggas paid. So salute to them. But let's just be real quick. When that shit started going on with Rumble, Twitch, and Kick, and this is the truth. What it is. First of all, I want to go ahead and say, as a nigga of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorillas, nigga. I watch Adin streams a lot.
Kai, that's everybody's stream. FaZe stream has it. Bro, Kai, Ray will be on stream making monkey noises. I'm sorry, I'm going to stick up for my community, bro. It's every single person on the internet. I'm not going for that, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not going for that, bro. Ray. Complex is too late. My lawyer just...
I forgot that DJ Academics and Adin Ross's man, so he's not gonna say what Adin Ross said about.
Obviously, I have to talk about a lot of stuff. And you guys are wondering why I'm live. I'm sick, and
he responded to his man's Taff, but what I remember, Adin said is that Taff, oh, well, hold on, what? I gotta find it. Hold on, what?
That's just something I do not do. I've been going against it my entire fucking career. It's not like he's over here fucking doing shit with children and stuff like that. And I'm not justifying it and saying what he did was right. I know he's not a racist human being. I know he's a good heart, and I know he tries his hardest behind the scenes and on the scenes to make shit work for me. He wants to take time to himself to reflect and to you know, it's like a follow-up. Like I don't fucking know what's gonna happen. But one thing I can tell you is, you know, let him have time to himself to reflect and you know, figure this shit out. So he's not
basically. So basically, he's taking a vacation. He'll be back in a week or two,
Mm-hmm.
and he's behind the scenes. So who would know if he ever took some time? He is gonna really take some time, but yeah, yeah, nothing is changing. So you know, I heard it, and I hear you people, but yeah, we're gonna keep the same thing moving forward.
Do you think how do you feel about Ty saying a chicken Big Mac nigga to bro?
That's not your place to say to him. Like you shouldn't be saying it, but you know, yeah, unless you were given that green light by those people, you know, you keep the conversation to the people who you were given the green light by. You don't take that conversation outside of where you've been given that green light, because you can get hurt that way.
You think it was funny?
I don't think it was funny at all.
Hilarious.
No, I don't think it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Because you're an outsider. Like, what makes you think so comfortable to say that? And then especially to say it to me, because that means you feel like, you know, I'm some hoe ass motherfucker that you comfortable enough to say this to me. I'm not in your circle. Now, and I'm not saying that it's not other people that's outside of my race or community. They might not say it. They might get a pass in my circle. But just because I give you a pass don't mean my cousin gonna give you a pass. Don't mean you could just say that outside on the street, unless this is how you talk all the time with them. Now, I don't know if any of us is in your crew, but if you talk like that with them, keep that with them. You know, you have to learn how to talk, especially if you talk in ways that you ain't supposed to talk. If you talk in ways you ain't supposed to talk, then you have to be mindful of how you speak, where you speak, and you have to be on point all the time. You can't get buzzed and then let your tongue just freely just go. You have to always be on point with it. No, I didn't think it was funny at all. I didn't like it.
I thought it was hilarious.
Especially chicken. You know what I'm saying? That's like a watermelon mini babe, my nigga. You came up with a watermelon
but that's the
mini
point.
babe.
That's the point. Like, oh, so you cussing that you a black streamer and you get a McDonald's deal.
I don't like any
You get a chicken
stereotypes,
Big Mac,
even
nigga?
if from black people stereotype. I don't like it. Like when, like the Boondocks, Dave Chappelle, what we was talking about. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Yo, Tav's a real nigga. Yo, Tav is a real nigga. Like,
He done been to too many barbecues. He done got comfortable.
But I feel where Adin Ross is coming from, because I guess if you got niggas around your section, you know, who call people niggas on top of your chat being racist as fuck, then I understand why Cenat want to distance himself from that, because Cenat is too PC, he's too mainstream, and I understand why Cenat, you know, is mad about dudes saying the N-word, because he just don't like nobody saying the N-word. It'll be different, because some niggas, you know, I'll be watching No Jumper, and they got a lot of LA blacks out there. You know, LA blacks don't have a problem with Mexicans saying the N-word, because it's more Mexican than niggas. So wouldn't, like 6ix9ine said, who gonna stop me? Ain't no nigga gonna stop a Mexican from saying the N-word. So of course you don't got no problem with it, nigga. What's you gonna do to stop it? You know what I'm saying? But he from New York. I think don't nobody care about that in New York, but he consistent with his logic, you know what I'm saying? So if you consistently don't want no non-blacks saying the N-word, then, you know, I can rock with that. You know what I'm saying? But if you like back and forth, then I can't rock it. But since I know that he's consistent about that, then, but me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. It'll be different. Me in that situation, I wouldn't really care so much, because it'll be so funny the way he said it, like, nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga. That's so funny. It's just the funny part that.
So these
because he never said it before, and then out of nowhere, you know, he like, nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? That's what you got? I don't know. It's funny because he used it in a proper context. He used it like
definitely.
a nigga.
And
so
then
me,
you said A, not the hard ER. You
so
know, that
me,
make a difference.
If I was on the phone with a nigga and I had a chicken Big Mac and they said, because I never even thought about it, like, oh, a chicken Big Mac. That's funny because stereotype about black people eating chicken. I forget about that. Black people have a stereotype about eating chicken. I forget about shit like that until, you know, white people. I think about white people and shit like that. But yeah, but I think he's justified now. I think Adin Ross is really, really dumb. I don't know why you would have stick with your man. I'm not saying that you have to. You know, I know you're really anti-cancel culture, and he's like a right winger or whatever. So they're really against cancel culture. But if your manager is a white man, he's out here calling people the N-word who are black and who are the most famous streamer in the world, and you are like Jewish, and you already have like, I don't know, a whole bunch of shots being thrown at you about being racist because everybody already think you're racist for some reason. I don't think that's really a good look, me personally. But you know, Adin Ross he has Charleston White on the stream, and Charleston White literally, when they first met, did a full Kanye West against Adin Ross. So you know, Adin Ross doesn't even care about his own people. Adin Ross don't give a fuck about Jewish people. He cares about Jewish people, but I think just as long as it benefits him, literally, you know what I'm saying? Like when he met Michael Rubin, and then I thought, oh, he's a Jewish kid too, you know. So luckily for Adin Ross, Jewish people don't care about shit like that because they got real problems. But this brings, you have anything else to say about that?
No.
Okay, this brings us to our next problem. So did you know Justin Bieber had dropped the album that people are super glazing? Well, white people are super glazing.
I know that he dropped the album, but I didn't tap it. I didn't.
Okay, so
I would though, you know, but you know, I don't listen to, you know, R&B.
Yeah, Justin Bieber had dropped the R&B album. Me, I won't listen to it because, you know, I just, pop, niggas be glazing pop. The only pop I'll really listen to is like Taylor Swift, you know what I'm saying? If niggas like Taylor Swift dropped a new album, I will listen to it because Taylor Swift made, you know, Wildest Dreams, Blank Space, etc. But, you know, Justin Bieber, he made that one song, and my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. Yeah. That song is fire. So, you know, maybe I will check it. I don't know. I haven't listened to any modern R&B, but you know, the Weeknd, him and JB don't really get along. So because the Weeknd is a real big press nigga, he put out this, or his team put out this. So the Weeknd is now the most popular Canadian artist worldwide, according to Limited. He ranks at #1 global export artist from Canada based on international popularity. So what do you think about this?
What is that? Is that a Canadian thing?
No, this is actual truth.
No, I'm saying like the hate.
Oh.
Like the hate. Oh. That gave off Drake vibes. Like,
no.
What was the point of saying that?
No, the Weeknd is a hater. He is.
I'm saying like, what is that? A Canadian? It's just so hilarious.
Yeah, he always does shit.
I know Justin Bieber is Canadian as well. Yeah. So I think
he's throwing a shot at Justin Bieber.
I know he is. I know. That's why I think it's funny because my boy gave off Drake vibes. Like that was straight a Drake move. So is that like a Canadian thing?
Yeah, I think he's basically trying to sun that nigga.
He was. But I just that's so funny because that
especially since he hopping in his lane.
100% Drake energy. I thought that was hilarious.
So, what do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? Him basically saying, I'm #1 as far as Canada goes. Like, but is that really a flex? It's only really 3 of y'all. You know, what are you saying? Basically saying, I'm #1 out of the big 3. I'm more famous in Brazil.
Lies.
I'm more famous. Yeah, I'm more famous in Brazil.
Lies.
It's 300 million people in Brazil. Therefore, I'm more famous than you, according to numbers. How do you feel about that?
I don't care anything about the Weeknd, and I think with Drake being from Canada, he can't say anything about being #1 anything. Whether
he's objectively more popular than
whether
Drake.
it proves it or not, I just feel like still who are you is how I feel.
I forgot that you.
Yeah.
Basically, this is based, you know, because the Weeknd is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's that nigga from Canada. You know.
So they say.
In my city, I'm a young guy. He's that nigga in Canada. He's that nigga worldwide. You know, he's really, I don't know. He's always doing shit like this. He always, I'm the most popular black male artist in the world, according to numbers. So, you know.
I can't name 4 Weeknd songs.
Starboy.
Don't he sing Adore?
No. Starboy, right? I'm a motherfucking Starboy. Ha, 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 ha. Look what you done. Ha, 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 ha.
Kind of sounds familiar, but
that song go crazy. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. You know that song, right? I can't feel my face when
I heard
I'm
that.
with you.
Do he sing Adore though?
I don't know what that is. Earned It. You know that song? Yeah, you earned it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Earned It.
I heard that.
Often. Blinded by the Lights.
Oh, Adore is Miguel. That's not even him. So.
You know I'm blinded by the lights, right?
It sounds familiar. None of those songs I will play. Like if it came on through like a song that just generated other music,
just know he's that nigga.
Skip
All right?
it, but
He's that nigga in real life. All right? He's really that nigga.
That's what they say.
Shout out to the Weeknd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out. To
Weeknd definitely
He
over
seems
Drake and the other
handsome.
nigga.
Not over Drake.
Okay, so
though.
definitely over Drake. Weeknd over Drake.
Drake,
EXO over OVO. Every day. Every day.
I won't agree with that.
First off, best singer of his generation. Can't nobody mess with my boy Weeknd on the vocals, especially high up there. This might sound, and I hate to say that, but he's really like Michael Jackson level like vocals. When you listen to his early shit, like
he
sounds like
Michael
MJ.
Jackson, but Prince can't get up with him. Really?
Okay, vocally Prince is nothing compared to the Weeknd. Vocally Prince is good, you know.
What song is that?
That's Temptation. And his little screaming thing that shit like that, or in his shit like that, right? What? It was more like nah, I can't do it. Right? I can't do it. It's so good. That song is fire.
Shazam.
Speaking of, early Prince, he was really going crazy when he was in his younger year. But have you heard about this?
Yeah, I have.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
This has been a really, really, really big thing, like everywhere around America. So how do you feel about this?
I feel a couple of different ways. I feel like that's what y'all get, because I don't know what I can say, but I feel like, okay, I'm gonna use it. I feel like a dip, when you have a dip, a piece of penis or a piece of vagina on the outside, when you have a dip has its place. Y'all get too comfortable. There is no way you should have been outside and doing things like, if you have a dip, like there's no way you should be outside. Leave that to the sleeping together. Get a hotel room and stay there. Even if y'all have a suite where y'all lounging and maybe ordering food or something like that. When you're cheating or you have a dip, y'all not supposed to be at restaurants. Y'all out at concerts. Like, that's not the place for that. Like, they supposed to be in a certain box and you supposed to keep them in the box. Even if y'all cheating and it's like, y'all been cheating for years and it's like a whole separate relationship, you can never get too comfortable. You the side piece. Both of y'all are the side piece. Know your lane and where you supposed to be. That's what the hell y'all get. Y'all cuddled up and stuff like that. What? Y'all supposed to be in the dark somewhere. Unless you just don't care. But if this can ruin your marriage and you can get a divorce and all of that. Now, if this like a don't ask, don't tell, okay, yeah, well, I know we do our thing on the outside or something different, but that's what the fuck y'all get. Y'all supposed to be hiding that shit. You supposed to be discreet when you cheating. I don't care how long you been cheating. Y'all could have been cheating for 2 years. You still not supposed to be on the outside with this, y'all all at restaurants and shit like that. What the fuck?
How do you feel about him, being fired from his job and her allegedly being on leave?
Well, from what I heard, it's like a boss and like...
She's an HR. I don't think she works with the company. I know he's the CEO. But I know she's a real woman. I looked up her name. She works with someplace.
But they don't work for the same company.
Oh, I can look it up.
Because, like, that's what I thought. I thought they worked for the same company. Because if you work for the same company, there are some things that say...
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard she was HR, but yeah, I think they do.
So because of that, especially if it's like a power difference, that is frowned upon. And sometimes if you do choose to have a relationship, you have to note that during human resource. So with them being who they are, I could see them being suspended, even though it sucks. But a lot of times, if you read the policy and procedure, stuff like this it does have something to do with, especially if you're a CEO, because a lot of times you can get fired and in trouble for integrity. Like if you are a business and you are a CEO or something like that, and I'm trying to like get you to trust me with your accounts and trust me with your say. I don't know what type of business but I'm saying if it's something where I'm expecting people to trust me, and then you see me publicly cheating, then it can be a bad look, whether how personal it is or not. Because if I can't trust you to be faithful to your wife and your relationship, why would I trust you with my money? Why would I, so it sucks, but, I could see it.
First off, I feel like if I'm the CEO, no such thing as an affair. First off, my wife, she gonna have to recognize both our places in the world and in this relationship. That's one. Hold up.
She would have to give a statement.
Second off, them working for the same company that was a mistake. He shouldn't have did that. I don't know why he would. You can't date nobody or have an affair with anybody who worked for the same company. That's instant firing. Besides that, if they didn't work for the same company, I don't think he should have been fired. I think they could have used it as a nice promotion tool. But I still don't think, me personally, I don't think they should have been fired. They could have used it as a more promotion to sell some shit. They could have really turned this into something. But I think that this might sound weird, but I'm 100% pro cheating. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, bro just got caught cheating, but I'm pro cheating if you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you's a real nigga, then you should be, you know what I'm saying, allowed to cheat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Have an affair or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you do it like professional on a professional level like that, yeah. And that's all I got to say about this. I mean, I think it was funny. I think it was really hilarious. I like a lot of people recreating it. I thought it was funny for the most part. Yeah.
It was funny, even though it's messed up. But also, the thing about it is, a lot of people, like you said, if you that dude or whatever, a lot of girls do know their place. That's with guys who got money on the street, guys who have money, who, famous people. But the main thing is what I allow the world shouldn't know. So be discreet with it. There's no way that, like, yeah, I'm sitting at home and, I'm getting taken care of and stuff like that. Everybody knows when you go on vacation, you go to business trips, you bring in a different mistress. Okay, that's fine. But it's no way it should be make it to the tabloids. That's when I have a problem. That's when I have a problem with it. If I'm a kept woman and I know my role and all the type of stuff, and I expect you not to be, faithful or whatever, it's a way to do it. And a lot of times people don't know their place. That's when girls get to hiding earrings in the couch and different stuff like that. Like, control your girls. Let them know where it is, and don't mess with nobody who crazy or try to outstep their lane.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. We're gonna move on to our next topic. So, which is ex-president Barack Obama made a statement about how young dudes need gay mentors in their life. So we're gonna actually get into this. This is very interesting.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So
All right, so how do you feel about that?
I think what he said didn't make any sense. What do you mean if you have a dad, you need more than a dad? Like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, because, you know, my father passed when I was young, but I feel like if you have a dad, he can show you a lot of different things. And I get what he mean about having different people in your life, but I feel like that's with every, like, different type of women, different type of people. I don't think you necessarily like have to have a homosexual man around to see different takes. I mean, I do get what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to say, but I can't say that I necessarily agree with it. Because I feel like with the world that we live in, you can get different perspectives from other people without actually physically having them in your life. I say that because I watch a lot of different YouTube, a lot of different commentators that has different takes, because I want to know what a different, like somebody different from me, what they feel about different situations. So I don't feel like you necessarily need that in your life, but I mean, I guess I get what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I get what he was trying to say too. I mean, niggas are very, you know, or niggas seem, I'm trying to see it, I don't know. I'm only thinking because I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm thinking at that thing in the back, how it was like compared to the other one.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the wrong stuff. But basically, I think what he was trying to say was that, well, first off, let's just say that niggas, or I presume that niggas, or most niggas, meaning like more than, or 51%, are like homophobic or not pro-gay, especially like the way who, or how Obama is, or presumed to be, based on like the gay marriage thing. And I feel like basically what he was trying to say is something that like a lot of people have been saying, or people, liberals have been saying for a minute, was just if you expose yourself to people of different, you know, nationality, sex, etc., that you'll be more likely to be more woke onto their issues. So basically what I got from this clip was that, you know, or he said something about a dad can teach you everything. For example, I had a professor who would check me about saying this, saying that, and I also, what did he say? Oh, and he what did he say? He showed me what was okay and not okay. Basically, I think what he was trying to say is that people who are like super on the left, who are super woke, you know, super educated, super rich, because that usually indicates political ideology, you know, whether you graduated college or not. So I think like people who are super duper woke, and people who went to college, and people who have been around like the type of spaces that Obama's been around, especially like liberal spaces, those people are really like not homophobic like at all, like very pro trans, very pro just every minority group. They're one of those type of people, and those type of people really have like a belief in like a world, like unironically, where like nobody's homophobic and nobody's racist and everybody's all kumbaya and stuff. Basically, I think what he was trying to say is that, or I think he probably, or basically was trying to say is to stop dudes from being less homophobic, they need adult male figures in their life who is gay, so they can see like, oh, well, gay people aren't terrible people, or, you know, they're not, or, you know, and people have been saying this about trans people, like, oh, you know, people never met a trans person, so that's why they're transphobic, because they never seen a trans person, or they never been friends with a trans person, or, you know, people are racist because they don't have any black friends. So I basically think what he was trying to say is that exposing yourself to different groups of people will make you less likely to be anti those groups, more specifically minority groups. But I think a lot of niggas online were really taking this as, you know, I don't know, you know how niggas be. Niggas was like, oh, well, gay, bad, or, you know, I'm not saying that's what they were saying, but a lot of niggas was tripping about what he was saying about this. I kind of understood it at first. I'm like, oh wow, I guess this is weird, saying like you need a gay friend. Why the fuck would you need a gay friend? But I really had to like listen to the words he was saying more and more, and actually like listen to every word. I'm like, oh, he's just saying what they've been saying this shit for years. You know, I've heard this before. So I think it was pretty reasonable what he was saying. I think it was just who it was coming from. It was coming from Obama, so it may seem kind of like authoritative, like, oh, he's saying you need to do this. But no, he's just having a podcast with his wife. He's just saying that, you know, he met a gay nigga who he probably used to say, you know, F word, or he probably used to say this back then, or he probably used to say, well, gross, or, you know, there's a whole lot of shit like that.
But that also goes into what we were saying about not being able to express yourself, like he said that, he would say what's okay to say, what's not okay to say, and what's and a lot of people they don't express themselves, like what they don't allow themselves to be who they are. And I'm quite sure his professor was somebody who was who he was. And he felt that it was okay to be him no matter what that was, so Barack Obama probably saw that, and we said a lot of times that's not normal, or it's not seen too often in the Black community, being who you are originally no matter what.
Yeah, that's actually true too. I forgot about that, because I guess it could be kind of commendable. Is that the right word? Commendable?
Yeah.
I think so. Respected.
Yeah.
To be somebody who's gay, especially probably in the 70s or 80s, because, back then it was probably way worse. So I guess I understand what he's saying now, I'm probably more than ever, because there is social stigma about being gay. And somebody being openly gay, especially, you could probably respect somebody who's openly gay probably more, especially consider how much people are like closeted.
Yeah.
So I guess I guess I kind of agree with him on that perspective as well. So I guess what he's saying wasn't really that unreasonable at all. So you got anything else to say about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we got to president. Now we get to the current president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Probably the best president we ever had from a point of media and just everything. Trump is a once in a lifetime. Like, the type of shit that I'm going to be telling my kids that Trump did, they won't believe me. Like, Trump is like a 1 in 1. There's certain people who are like 1 in 1. Like, there's certain people I think like I probably can meet somebody around the world who probably has the same view as you, but nope, we only get one Trump. So that's probably the best part about Trump, is that Trump is only Trump. Nobody knows Trump.
You have to respect.
Nobody knows what he's thinking. But let's get to Donald Trump and what he's been doing over this past week. So apparently, like, those football niggas, or like they like come to different places to play football. I don't fucking know why, but basically, FIFA people, they were in New Jersey playing football.
Football? Our football, or?
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Soccer.
Talk to somebody fully American, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't be on the internet. But on the internet, be calling this shit football, so they brainwash me. But he was playing soccer.
Okay, soccer. Okay.
He was playing non-American football.
Okay.
And they were playing non-American football in New Jersey, and they had one. Oh wait, I forgot to mention that part. They had one, and they went to go present the trophy. So. So how do you feel about that?
I love it.
You think it's funny?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was based as well.
It's so funny because it reminds me of like being somewhere where it's everybody like, everybody's amped up, everybody is one way, and then you got this old random person that comes out of nowhere that's still cool, and they try to be hip, but they don't know what's going on, but they still with the shits, It's hilarious.
I think it's very funny for multiple reasons, because Trump is such a narcissist that he has no self-awareness. I remember Destiny talking about this. It's like a certain level of narcissism. No, you actually do have self-awareness, where you have like no self-awareness. You kind of like I didn't see like Trump get like laughed at, and like he has like no reaction. Usually when you get laughed at, like you're supposed to like feel bad, but like he'll like say something, niggas will laugh, and he like, what I just said was so absolutely ridiculous that niggas start laughing at me, you know what I'm saying? That's one of those niggas, and I think he just doesn't care, He's like, like, oh, this is my world. It unironically is damn near Trump's world. Like, we are living in the Trump timeline there and there. But I think he's like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? This is my country. You know, this is my stage. We in New Jersey. Y'all are from England. You know, which is true. Like, everybody there, they were all foreigners. So, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Move? No, you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? He's standing on stage. He wants to stand on stage. I thought it was based.
Was he not supposed to be there?
Oh, no. He was supposed to leave. He was supposed to give them the thing.
Oh, okay.
And leave. Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, okay, I can show
No,
you.
I didn't know. I didn't.
He gives him the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you see how...
they said, okay,
come
on. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You see how I'm trying to pull him?
Oh,
he
okay.
stayed on stage.
Yeah, I would have stayed on stage too. Y'all at my house.
Did you not see the
No, I didn't
black
see
dude's
him
face?
do
Look at
like
his face.
this.
He's looking. He like, what the fuck are you doing? You see his face back here? Him?
Yeah, but I saw other people's faces, and I guess that's what I was paying attention to.
Yeah.
Because I think the dude in the green hyped him up, you know what I'm saying? And it was somebody in the back that was reaching for him or whatever, but I wouldn't have left either. What? I'm leaving for what? Why am I leaving? I'm not going anywhere. We're going to get this together.
Well, you didn't win. You didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? Basically, no other president would have did this. Only Trump would have did this.
You're in my house.
And it
I'm
was
not
very
going
funny.
anywhere.
I thought it was hilarious. Some people were mad at him. More people were just laughing at him. More people were like, wow, I can't
Yeah,
believe this.
I didn't, yeah.
But something even more interesting happened. I don't know when this happened, but apparently like that trophy that they gave them was like a replica, and like this is the real trophy, and I think he like kept it and put it in his office. I only read a little bit about this, but yeah. So I mean, this is the cup. I don't know if he completely like brought it in and just kept it.
Trophy.
Yeah.
This is the trophy, but it's not finished because it's unlike
cool
any other trophy. There is a key.
Oh, wow.
So they had it at the White House. I don't know exactly when that happened, but that was just more context to that. So now we get into the next situation. So
in other news,
Trump
Missouri
talked about
residents
this.
are going to be happy to hear that.
So on July 3rd, Trump did like a little speech. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I don't know what this was about. I don't know if he was doing I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Basically, he was giving a speech on July 3rd.
One of our
and he said this.
national park, battlefields, and historic sites are going to have special events in honor of America 250. And I even think we're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have. Does anybody watch UFC? The Great Day in the World. We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little. We're not. Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. Going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some incredible events, some professional events, some amateur events. But the UFC fight's going to be a big deal, too.
Coincidentally, the 250th anniversary of America is happening on 2026. 250 years since 1776. On July 4th. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. The nigga did a military parade, so it might be all type of fucking weird shit happening on July 4th. I don't know, Eagles and shit. But he's talking about hosting a UFC 250 event. How do you feel about that?
I love it.
Do you think it's pimping out the White House?
I don't. I feel like it's America. And if we're celebrating, what difference does it make if it's on the White House grounds or not? A lot of stuff went down on the White House grounds, so I don't think anything is wrong with it. And if he is pimping out the White House, so what? Like, he the president, and he's doing it for America, so who cares?
But niggas is I don't know, niggas like care about the White House, and ain't nobody else do it before. So niggas.
I mean, you could put some seeds down and like regrow that grass that's going get messed up from building the stage or having the people there. Like it's people who do lawn care who can take care of all of that. I don't see anything wrong with it. I feel like
you know who this is?
Do whatever we want to do. No, I do not.
Okay, this dude's supposed to he's supposed to be the Michael Jordan of the UFC, basically. In other words, so he was supposed to be the Michael Jordan of the UFC and he was supposed to fight this nigga. Oh no! Oh, here we go. Okay, so he was supposed to fight this nigga, Tom Aspinall. Aspinall. Oh, this isn't. I thought this was a comp because he had some fire compilation. But he was supposed to fight this, or he had retired. He's heavyweight.
Which one? The other guy?
Oh no! So John Jones. No, this is John. John Jones was the heavyweight champion of the world. He fought a nigga, I think, in like 2024, or I don't know when it was. But he was supposed to fight this dude named Tom Aspinall, who was this English dude. Now, this is important because, you know, UFC is like a international shit, like boxing. And Tom Aspinall is English. And a lot of the champions, well, I think most of the champions for all the divisions are non-American. So it's very interesting, like, who's going to fight. Who's going to fight for the American card, right? So this nigga right here, this is, you still don't know who this is?
No, I don't like UFC. I don't like to see people actually.
Yeah, but he's like the most famous
fight.
UFC fighter ever. Like, he's like, okay, maybe I gotta show you his face. 'Cause I know you know who this is. You gotta know this. Everybody knows this.
How do I have to know who that is?
He is UFC. All right, so
he doesn't pop up.
You don't look
on my
familiar?
radar. No, I told you I don't. I'm not
What about
into.
now? Do you look familiar a little bit?
No, not at all.
What? So, hold on, wait. So not even a little bit? You don't remember seeing him?
No, I don't.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. I thought everybody knew who this nigga was.
No, I don't like to watch fight. I will watch boxing, but UFC is more like fighting. I don't like, unless it's on a movie where it's fake or something like that. I don't even like watching fighting in real life to see people get beat up and kicked around. And even if it is in a ring, I don't like that. It's too real. You can put somebody in a headlock and take them down and all that. Give me boxing where it's like jabs, some swings, some punches, but all of that jiu-jitsu and combinations of this and that and folding people up like pretzels, literally.
Okay.
That's hard to watch.
All right, so basically, he's a really great fighter. He's the GOAT in a lot of people's minds. They really like this nigga. He never lost. He actually cheated. He took like steroids like multiple times. So I can basically, so he fights a lot. He wins all the time, but he does drugs. He does like cocaine. He beats his wife. He cheats. He cheats the game, and he's endlessly glazed by Dana White. So Dana White is, you know who Dana White is, right? Mm-hmm. So Dana White is like his glazer. Like Dana White loves this nigga, and he gives him every chance to do anything. Like this nigga can do literally nothing wrong in the UFC. And this nigga, he got up. There's different levels. The heavyweight, he got to like the main heavyweight, and he fought this other guy who was the heavyweight champion. But he was like, I don't want to say he was washed, but he was like really old at the time. Mm-hmm. And he fought him, and he beat him because he beat everybody he fought. But there's this new guy named Tom Aspinall. So John was the heavyweight champion, and people wanted him to fight Tom Aspinall, but he didn't want to fight Tom Aspinall because he said that people are telling him to fight Tom Aspinall out of nowhere. He wants to fight this other dude. So people were saying that he was ducking Tom Aspinall. Mm-hmm. And because of that, people saying he was ducking Tom Aspinall, and he retired like 2 months ago, right? Only reason I didn't have, because I thought you knew who this was. I don't know why I thought you know the lore. I just assumed you know everybody now. But he had retired and gave up his belt of being a heavyweight champion of the world. And after this was actually funny. So they had asked him about him on the interview, and bro had like left the interview. Oh shit!
What would it take to fight Tom Aspinall from the UFC? Like, what is the UFC?
That's tough.
Straight arm lock attempt here from
I'll see you guys later.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. What would it?
So niggas was saying that he was ducking Tom Aspinall. He retired like 2 weeks ago, and basically Trump announced like this White House card, and basically he's saying, I'm back, I'm unretired, to fight on the White House card in 2026. And people are saying he's gonna fight Tom Aspinall now. But Dana White had said that he's down for it, but you can't put John Jones in big situations because you know how that works. Because he didn't won fights and got caught for cheating.
I felt like I was at a place where I've done it all in the MMA space, and felt like there wasn't too many more challenges for me, and I just wanted to do something more than championships and money. And Donald Trump mentioned that he wanted to have a fight at the White House Garden. That just seems like such a huge opportunity. I'm a very proud American. I have a lot of close friends that are in the military. This is my act of I can't call it service, but just to be able to entertain the country and the world at this level at the White House, it just means the world to me. So I'm back.
Okay, so how do you feel about that?
I don't respect it.
Oh.
I don't respect it at all, because if this is somebody that you didn't want to fight, okay, I respect that. Maybe you didn't want to fight this person because, you know, you had no passion to fight them. I'm not going to fight someone just because everyone wants me to. Or, you know, secretly you can't keep up with this person, or you can't hold your own with this person, whether on drugs, off of drugs, or whatever the case may be, so you avoid this person. Okay, I respect you for that. Not being pressured to fight someone that you don't want to retire, and even, to fight, and then even retiring, still not fighting this person that people have been on you to fight.
For a year and a half.
Forget being pressured. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. I'm not going to do it. So I respect you for that. But with hearing this and then deciding to come back so you can be on the card, I don't care if you were retired for a week. I do not respect you for that, especially if you end up fighting this person that they have been wanting you to fight. And if this person is on the card to fight, I don't want you to represent America fighting this person, because if you wanted to fight this person, you would have fought this person already. And just because this person can be on the card, I don't want you to come back just to fight, because I really think if you came back for that reason only, I don't care if you came back out of retirement to fight on the card, but if you came back from retirement to fight on the card and you end up fighting the person that you've been avoiding fighting for whatever reason, I really think that you will get your ass whooped. I do feel that. Now, maybe because I don't know anything about UFC, but I feel like mentally, you're not the person for that. And if it's America versus somebody else, especially for our 250th anniversary, like, I don't want you to be the one to represent us fighting that person. Now, if you fought anybody else, then yeah, okay. But if you end up fighting this person, I don't want you to represent America fighting this person. I don't. That's my personal opinion.
Well, he's gonna win. He's gonna beat that nigga's ass. But I think he's oral farming. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that nigga. I don't know why he retired. I don't know why he's coming back. He's saying he's coming back for his silver duty. I think it's base, honestly.
I get the silver duty. I like that.
I think that he retired because he didn't want to fight the nigga because everybody was trying to force. I think it's nice that he's coming back for the 250th anniversary to fight in front of the world. You know, this is going to be the biggest, probably UFC event ever. This is going to be the biggest, most important fight of his entire career. This is basically, you know what I'm saying? This is his 1996, moment. You know what I'm saying? It's his time to prove that he is great, because everybody pretty much, after he retired, everybody turned their back on him, and they switched up on that nigga. He got all his credit back. I think he's just aura farming. I think he's just trying to look cooler. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that he quit fighting because he didn't want to fight the nigga and he wasn't interested. Now I think he is. I think it's cool. I think it's nice that he's trying to come back. I can't wait to see him fight. I really hope that he wins. It would be really nice if he lost to an English nigga on the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, the greatest fighter ever. Like, niggas say that he can, like, him versus Prime Mike Tyson. Niggas say that he would kill Prime Mike Tyson. Like, I've heard niggas say that multiple times. But he's a UFC fighter, so that really don't count. It's kind of cheating. Right. But, like, a black American nigga who's the greatest at what he does, allegedly being beat by a younger English nigga on the 250th anniversary of America in Washington
on White House grounds.
Yeah, on White House. Like, bro, but if you knock that nigga out, bro, if you sleep that nigga, bro, bro, niggas, everybody's gonna, bro, all the niggas who was talking shit about you, they're all gonna switch sides. Bro, you're gonna get it, bro. Because this nigga's younger. Let me see the age. Maybe Tom Aspinall looks younger, because I know John Jones is a druggie. Like cocaine and shit. Which I think is like really not good for like your body, right? I don't know. But I don't think, let me see. 32? Oh, 32. I know John Jones is at least 40, right? Oh, 38. Okay, so only 6 years. All right. So that's nothing. So, this quick little fight, you know what I'm saying? He younger than you, but niggas used to say that because he beat a lot of niggas who was older than him. So apparently, like, if you beat niggas older than you, I think, like, some people might use that against you in the UFC, but in boxing, it goes the opposite way, because when Floyd beat Canelo, they say that he was too young, even though he had 40 fights. So I don't know how fighting works. I don't watch fighting. I don't know if age, how it works in the UFC. I think it works like older is worse versus boxing. Apparently, older is better if you're Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas always say that. Niggas say that he was older than Pacquiao too. But yeah, so that's that situation. Is that how you feel about that? About the White House on top of John Jones? All right, so this next topic is Donald Trump has been diagnosed with something wrong with his veins or something. It's very interesting.
Transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House Medical Unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I
Basically, Donald Trump had some really fat ass ankles, and niggas was getting on him, and he went to the doctors, and niggas basically diagnosed him with like some like vein shit.
Breaking right now here at 4 o'clock, the White House says President Donald Trump is suffering from a chronic condition. The diagnosis comes after Trump underwent a medical exam for swelling in his legs and bruising on his hands. Brian Schrader in the WRIL Live Center. What do we know about this condition, Brian?
Well, this is something that's been developing over the past few weeks, according to the White House. This is a picture from the Associated Press yesterday at a White House event. You can see where the president's ankle there clearly is swollen. Well, this is something that the White House medical staff took seriously, according to Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. And just about an hour ago, she said that they diagnosed him with a vascular condition.
bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasound.
What's happening? Apparently, the legs, the veins in the legs, the valves in them are malfunctioning, and that allows blood to pool, and that's why the ankles are swelling. The treatment options range from lifestyle changes to medication, and in advanced serious cases, surgery. In itself, it's not a serious condition, and the White House says they did a battery of tests and indicated there are no systemic illnesses causing those swollen ankles and this condition. And it is common. About 150,000 people are diagnosed every year in this country. About the bruising on the hands, another thing that reporters have noticed, you can see makeup covering the president's hand yesterday. According to Caroline Leavitt, that is a result of frequent handshaking. Now, WRL's Grace Haba is going in depth on.
They say the hands is from shaking too much. Nigga, hands and the vessels or his veins in his vessels are completely cooked. That's why his thighs are so big. So how do you feel about that?
I believe it because one, I didn't know he was 70 plus. I don't know what I was thinking. I know he's old, but
I think he's 79, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or 80.
and
I think he turned 80 this year.
older people, their skin are thinner, and you can see bruises easier. So with him always shaking hands, yeah, I can believe that. His makeup artist did a horrible job. They should have blended that makeup in on his
No,
hand
he
a
did that
little bit.
himself. He don't have a makeup artist.
Well, it's a makeup artist on staff somewhere in there. You
No,
can't.
I think he got accused of he got an accusation, so I think he does his own hair and makeup. That's what
I'm
I
not
heard.
talking about for him. I'm
Oh.
just saying it's
Yeah.
so it's a makeup artist there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm saying like with a makeup artist being somewhere, they should have let him know to blend that in a little bit. You know, even if he did do it himself, you could. But I'm a makeup artist, so you know. And as far as the cankles, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that they were zooming in on him like that. But like he's older. Like older people, they have problems with swelling ankles and stuff. Maybe he needs some TED socks or something like that. But I don't think it's uncommon or anything concerning.
Yeah. I think Trump is like top 3 luckiest people of all time. I don't even know how he's still here, bro. Eats like garbage. He's fat as fuck. I'm surprised he's still alive. I thought he would have been croaked over by now. I mean, I heard Destiny said that he's going to make it 4 years. I hope he does. I hope J.D. Vance doesn't become president. If he does, I almost said something, but I can't say that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't like J.D. Vance. He's not a real nigga. He's a coward. He's not a real nigga. He's just not like that. You know what I'm saying? He should not be president. I don't know what the fuck Donald Trump was doing, choosing that simp ass nigga to be president. But he's worse than Kamala. He's just so soft and squishy, and he's just not really a nigga. So I hope Trump makes it these 4 years. Unfortunately, he probably might because bro's been croaking along forever. He doesn't even get any sleep. So I don't know how you don't get any sleep. You eat McDonald's every day, and you like 250 pounds, and you don't have any heart conditions at 79. I don't know how that works out. So I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Genes.
They told him to stop. I don't know if he's gonna stop. I doubt it. I think he's gonna keep. But I think if anybody was smart, they would tell bro that he needs to hop in the gym. He needs to chill out on the McDonald's. But no cap, if he does some shit like that, his body might just be like, bro, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Bro, we've been surviving off garbage. I'm only keeping alive because of the garbage. Cause
yeah, that's
some
true.
people this might sound weird, but it's really about when your body is ready to let you drop. And I think his body's not ready to let him drop yet, because he would have dropped already. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's his name? Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden. I know he's how much older is he than Trump? Is he what?
10 years.
Not like 3 or 4.
Looks like 10.
Okay, so he's 2. So bro is
Just
82.
2 years older.
Bro's 82, and bro is
Whoa.
it's just looking bad for Unc. I forgot what happened to bro. I think he got cancer or some shit. But I'm saying Unc, it's looking bad for Unc. You know what I'm saying? But Trump, them cankles, bro, chill out on the McDonald's. You gotta chill on the McDonald's. Eating McDonald's eating McDonald's every day is wild, bro. Bro, you gotta stop with the
They
McDonald's,
took
bro.
most of the salads out of McDonald's.
But this is probably gonna be the funniest thing that probably he's ever said in a long time. So, you got anything else to say about the cankles?
No.
All right, so people have been really into this Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Niggas have been losing their minds. I feel like some niggas, I don't know. This just kind of reminds me of everything. It's a conspiracy theory for everything. Some niggas don't believe in JFK, 9/11. Some people don't believe in shit that the American government tells them. I don't know why. If you don't believe in anything that they tell you, then how did you believe in the list? So, but basically, they said that they don't have the Epstein list. The flight log is different from a list, niggas. But they say that they don't have the list. Pam Bondi said that she don't have the list. She said there was no list. See, they got stuff, they got evidence, but they don't have the cabal list. But a lot of people are still in the belief that, it was this whole big thing about, everybody was getting flew out and Trump was on the list and all these people are on the list. And a lot of people, it's been like this really, I wouldn't say it's a media war. It's me, my side, me, Stephen King, Destiny, Donald Trump. I'm on the side with, it's really, it's very few of us on here. And on the other side, you got, Trump fans, you got, Democrats, liberty, you got conspiracy theories, you got people who believe still, but it's really hard because, Destiny said, you really got to have, some sort of, epistemological understanding of, I don't know. I mean, the world around you at some point. I mean, you gotta have some sort of understanding of how you are able to verify things being true. And I don't know. I really want to meet one of these people, because how would you even verify? Like, how would you verify that how would you verify that it exists? You know, the theory one that, you know, Epstein was bringing all these celebrities on here to have sex with children. How do you, first step one, how do you go about proving that initial part is true, and then two, how do you prove that Trump was involved in it? Because I think they stopped being friends, definitely prior to 2010, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody wants to believe in some sort of super big conspiracy theories about, you know, all of the government and all the celebrities and all that. And I don't know. Maybe it's just after this Diddy situation. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. But, you know, Trump, he's holding his ground. And how do you feel about people's reaction to him claiming, or Pam Bondi saying that she doesn't have an Epstein list, and that there is no list? There's just only videos of CP that they said they had. Which is literally, like, they said, we got gigabytes of CP with everybody's name on it and everything. We just don't have the famous client list. We don't have celebrities. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel any ways about it. I'm not surprised.
Do you feel like people are overreacting or desperately looking to find something that they will never find?
I feel like just accept it, because if it's true or if it's not, what's going, like, when you gonna find it? Exactly. 15 years, 50 years from now, when somebody finally decide to, you know.
Where's the proof? Like, you know. Bro, like. But anyways, you want me to read this? What he said? So this is very funny. Okay, so let me I wonder how I should do this, because I can do it so much ways. But let me see. The radical left Democrats have you like this? Right? The radical left Democrats have hit play dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agencies, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom. Even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at government, no good at policy, and no good at picking candidates. Hold on, wait. Am I doing Trump enough? Picking winning candidates.
No, you're not doing.
I'm not doing it good enough. How do I do it better? Let me think. Also, I can only do it one way.
You gotta do the hands.
Unlike Republicans,
there we go.
They stick together like glue. Their new scam is what will be forever called the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Is that really good? And my past supporters have brought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. I kind of sound like a surfer dude when I think about it as well. I'm trying so hard to do it.
That's the orange.
They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. And all these people want to talk about was strong, prodding by the fake news and the successful starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success, because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Make America great again. How do you feel about? Okay, so how do you feel about him basically mentioning the same shit for like the past 5 years? He starts off the whole thing with the same thing he's been saying for like ever, which is, you know, the same shit basically. Which is so funny that you can like reuse the same shit. Like Trump, he's such a real nigga because he's just gonna like bring up the same shit over and over to get it in your head that he's right and everybody else is out against him, which is so funny. And then he blames everything on the Democrats. Like, it was the Democrats, it was Obama, it was Hillary Clinton. And what do you think about him? Even basically, the most base thing I ever seen Donald Trump ever did in the history of life is call anybody who still believes in the Epstein list his past supporters by saying to all my past supporters who still believe in this. So basically, excommunicating his supporters who still believe in this by calling them past supporters. How do you feel about that? This is the funniest part about the whole thing for me.
I feel like, who cares? Like, I'm with the shit, so fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I think it's funny. And I feel like, who cares if he's mentioning the same thing? Because it's like, when Biden was president, they always talked about the same shit when it came to Trump. They never let anything go.
No, not Biden.
Well, not Biden, but I'm saying when Biden was president, the shit that people was talking about Trump was like the same things. So if he pull up the same points, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but Trump do shit that normal people do, but he's supposed to do shit that presidents do. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's why a lot of people elected him.
Yeah, but that's like Destiny said. It's the people. The people are the problem. But me, I think it was base that he just, Trump is really base. You can really, Trump. He's like, I like to say that he's like the Neo of the Matrix, but the American version. You know what I'm saying? He can move. Like how Neo had moved the wall with his hand and he pushed that nigga to the side. That's basically Trump in politics, American politics, you know what I'm saying? He can like see the code and the walls and the black and the white and he just moves niggas with his hands. He's like, oh, well, you believe in this shit? Past supporter. You're not on my team, nigga. You're not MAGA. Fuck out of here. And I think that was so base because it's really how you gotta like cut off your niggas, like your cult fan base. You gotta let them know, like, oh, nigga, you not down with the cause. Okay, then, nigga, you're out. Nigga, you're out of the team. Be gone. I think this is base. A lot of people have been saying that this is the downfall of Trump. He's cooked. All his supporters are turning on him.
Whoa.
I think I don't know. It's still, like they say, it's still yet to be seen. A lot of his supporters are turning on him. I think most of them are not happy with him. Only thing he has to worry about is all of his people, because like a lot of Russian or like a lot of the media people are turning on him, and a lot of like politicians are turning on him as well. But I think, man, he's just gonna weather the storm because, like me, I don't think he's gonna change and be like, actually, I was on the Epstein list. I don't think anything's gonna change. I think, most of his conspiracy theorists, believing followers are gonna really have to have some real uncomfortable talks in their own mind, like, oh, I'm a conspiracy theorist, I believe in XYZ and this, that. But now my guy is being caught up in it. So is he a part of the deep state? Is he not? This is shit that Alex Jones and them have to deal with, But you got people like Charlie Kirk, real niggas who is like, this is really a really interesting political schism because it's like everything that we've been had, like as far as left right, has been completely broken, like the Israel Palestine type stuff. Now we're in like the new side. It's like, okay, do you believe in the cabal or do you not? You know what I'm saying? And they got me over the side here. I'm on Trump's side, which is crazy, and I'm on the other side. Trump's on the smart side, I should say. So Trump is on my side, which is the smart. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm saying we're the proof that it does. I need some verification. I need some evidence to back up the claim. I need some proof to back up the claim before I just start believing it. I can't believe in something without the proof. And the only reason I know about this is because they told me. The government was the one who brought this Epstein stuff to our situation. And the only people who were talking about the Epstein list existing were the right ringers. So really, the right ringers have put themselves in this cabal. I mean, this situation, because nobody on the left was talking about this Epstein situation. This is like their big thing. It's not that their thing is blew up in their face. I don't know. Do you think Trump will weather the storm? You think his supporters will all turn on him, or you think he'll be straight?
I think he'll be straight.
Ultimately?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. How long do you think it takes? What, 2 weeks or 6 months?
For what?
For everybody to get back into...
probably 6 months, not 2 weeks at all.
I think 2 weeks. I think in 2 weeks, everybody will fall back in line. Something else is gonna happen. I mean, people don't know about this, but like the shit, it's not the 60s anymore. News is cooked. There's no such thing as news. Shit only lasts 2 weeks. Like Destiny said, niggas think about something for 2 weeks. It's impossible to be an American person, pay attention to the news, and hold some shit in your mind for like more than 2 weeks. Only thing they probably really held there was like that Israel Palestine stuff. Niggas been simping for that But are niggas gonna be simping for that a year from now? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to keep this in their mind. Some interesting shit is happening. You know what I'm saying? That Ukraine-Russia shit is really going down. You know what I'm saying? niggas was saying all type of shit about striking Moscow. So niggas need to be worried about. We was just worried about World War III last month, and now we over here thinking about this shit. So we'll be worried about some more shit next week. You know what I'm saying? Trump, he's a funny nigga, man. We should always end it on this nigga Trump, because he's always gonna say some wild shit. But I think he basically said the same thing recently. I think yesterday, basically saying like, if you still believing in this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with you, or you're not with us. You're not like us. So yeah. So that, you got anything else about that? I don't. Okay, so that's been a nice episode. That's the end of our topics for today. That was episode 4 of the Legendary Duo podcast. You got something else to say?
No.
Okay, so let us know, how do you feel about Dave Chappelle? Is Dave Chappelle the greatest comedian of all time? Is he top 5 to you? Do you think he's funnier than Martin Lawrence or Eddie Murphy or Chris Rock or
Chris Rock is wild.
Kevin Hart? You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm making those claims that those niggas stand up for stand up. They will crush that nigga Dave Chappelle. That's me personally. Jokes for jokes. That's me. How do you feel about the RGIII situation? Do you feel like he was wild and disrespectful for posting that picture of Adin Ross? I mean, that picture of Angel Reese. Do you feel like he shouldn't have posted that at all and brought highlight to it and brought attention to that photo at all? And do you feel like he wasn't actually trying to call out racism like he said he was, but he was just trying to be malicious towards Angel Reese? And do you feel like Nick Young said that it was, or why did he do that? Oh, it was his wife. Do you think that his wife put him up to doing that? Do you think so, unironically? How do you feel as a black person about, black people who engage in RG3 like actions? How do you feel about dating white women? Do you feel like Deshae Frost said, that you may feel like a slave? Do you feel like you can be with somebody else of a different race? Let us know. How do you feel about PrisonTok?
Yeah, put that in the comments. What you think about that?
Which one, PrisonTok?
Yeah, well, all of them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. How do you feel about PrisonTok? How do you feel about niggas on TikTok from prison? How do you feel about it? Do you feel like they should be taking things more serious? If it is that serious, I feel like, it depends. I feel like if it's really serious, then nigga, you should not be taking photos. Like, it's real shit that happened in jail. Like she said, like, we seen that video, that nigga was dancing in jail. Niggas was looking at him like, bro, I'm yours. So I'm like, bro, don't be dancing in jail, because niggas can see you as a sweet nigga, bro. You don't want to be seen as sweet in jail. You know what I'm saying? Shit get real up in there. How do you feel about this new Chinese robot, this new AI, this iRobot 2025? Do you feel like these niggas are going to take over? Are you worried about the Matrix happening? Are you worried about the robot takeover? Are you worried about Terminator? Do you believe in Terminator? Are you in fear for the future? Unfortunately, I'm going to be alive in the future. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas might not make it to see the future that they talking about. But me, unfortunately for my kids, it's raps from them niggas. Them, it's fully raps from them niggas, because they going to be living all the way up in it. I thought I was in it, but I only got a phone until I was like 10. Everybody all got internet when I was like 13. Netflix came out when I was like 12. So my old ass, I remember when Netflix came out. I remember when YouTube had comment sections. Remember when Google Play had their own social media app? Yeah. These niggas don't know that Google had a social media. These niggas don't know that YouTube had messages. These niggas don't remember, uploading a video and you couldn't play a second of a song or your shit would get copyright. These young niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm an unk now. These young niggas, they gonna be living in the future where their favorite YouTuber is gonna be AI, all type of shit. They gonna be having AI, man. AI is gonna be everywhere. How do you feel about this Neon situation? Do you feel like the Breakfast Club was grilling him, too harsh? Do you feel like the Breakfast Club was too harsh on him, like people are saying, or do you feel like, no, Neon, you used to say racist shit, it's okay? Why do we gotta be nice to you, a black radio station, because you used to say shit like, oh who's your least favorite race, and you said black people for reason? How do you feel about Adin Ross? His man's chicken Big Mac, nigga, a chicken Big Mac. Do you feel like if that was your man's, if that was your manager, you would find me personally? If that was my manager, if I was a white person, I still would have found him just because PR. How do you feel about the Weeknd? How do you feel about the Weeknd letting us all know? The Weeknd letting us all know that he is more popular than the fucking Justin Bieber, who hasn't went on a world tour. And when was the last time JB went on the world tour? Like years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he hasn't dropped the album in 5 years. You know, he doesn't have his foot on the brakes because you know he's a childhood actor. You know what I'm saying? So you know, the Weeknd, he's flexing to everybody that he's more famous in Brazil and in Asia. You know, how does that make you feel? How do you feel about the CEO thing that literally everybody's been talking about? You know, would you go out with your little side piece to a Coldplay concert? You know, how do you feel about Obama saying that you should have gay male figures in your life to teach you what words to and to not say? Do you feel like that's something that young people should have in their life? You know, figures from other places, different communities to show them the ropes. How do you feel about Trump's going up on the Jersey stage during a soccer match and staying present for the celebration, even though the FIFA president was telling him not to? Do you feel like that was inappropriate? Are you embarrassed as an American, or do you think it was funny? Let us know in the comment. How do you feel about this John Jones situation, him retiring, coming back, and how do you feel about Trump hosting the UFC event at the White House? Do you feel like that's inappropriate? How do you feel about Trump's diagnosis with these cankles? You know, do you feel like he needs to stop eating McDonald's? Do you feel like he needs to go hit the gym? Do you feel like maybe, you know, him not drinking alcohol at all maybe assist in him even being alive? Because if bro was drinking alcohol, raps gone. So maybe that's the thing, you know, eat McDonald's, don't drink alcohol. Maybe that's the wave. Maybe I might try it out, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? How do you feel about Donald Trump basically telling all people who still, all his ex-supporters, that you're an ex-supporter if you still buy into this BS created by the Democrats, aka the Jeffrey Epstein hoax? How do you feel about this? Let us know. And next week we got a very interesting topic, next week episode, you know what I'm saying? Which is gonna be very easy because we all know the truth. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Thumbs up the
Legendary
video.
Duo Podcast, episode 4. Deuces.